Okay, guys, we are here today. It is Wednesday. The market is in a wave of green. As yesterday, the president said this conflict could be close to being over. We had the Iran president saying that they would be willing to end the war with some, if we agree to some of their requests. And oil is back down under $100 a barrel. Oil, actually, as I say this, let's take a look at it. As I say this, oil, WTI crude actually just popped right back over $100 a barrel. And so that's not necessarily true right now. We do have the ADP jobs report today. We've got more breaking news going on, but yeah, that's basically it yesterday. Yesterday, we had a massive rally. The Dow went up almost 1,200 points. The S&P went up almost 3%. The NASDAQ went up almost 4% yesterday. But again, the Iranian president signaled his, that he was open to ending the war. And then Trump said it would be, quote, 2 or 3 weeks potentially. Futures are green today. If you look at oil is lower. It just pushed back under $100 a barrel here. Here's 100 right here. Oil just dropped under $100 a barrel. We have the ADP jobs report, and this is the ADP jobs report for March. So don't get it twisted. This is March data today. And so it's going to be one of our first looks at March data for jobs. And yeah, it'll be really interesting. It's expected at around 40 to 50,000. Last time it showed 63,000, but the official report showed negative 92,000 jobs last time. We also have retail sales for February going live at 8:30. We have ISM data for March as well, which might be one of the biggest reports of the day for ISM manufacturing data at 10 a.m. today. And so, yeah, interesting 24-hour period here. If we take a look at the 10-year yield, which kind of follows mortgage rates, the 10-year yield is down. It's been closer to like 4.5% over the last few days, but it has settled lower. It's at 4.28% right now. If we look at the 10-year treasuries, 10-year treasuries again closer to 4.3%, 4.25%. versus the elevated 4.49 or whatever it was over the last few days. And yeah, it's a really interesting day here. Really interesting day. We can take a look at 2-year yields as well. 2-year yields follow the Fed a little bit closer. You can see they are also down. 2-year yields are currently down, sitting at 3.76% right now. 3.76% for 2-year yields. And let me know how you guys are doing today, guys. How are you guys doing? Morning, good morning. What's up, Jonathan? Mohammed? What's up, Pawn? What's up, R? What's up, Blaze? Max? Max, you won the poll. You won the giveaway yesterday. Still haven't heard from you, brother. What's up, Matthew? Palantiers. I love the name. C-Man, Sam, R, Gamer, Farmer, BA, Jono, Julie, F, Dragos, George, K, Blaze, Big Slum, Do, Chavo, Bearded Goat Trading. I like it. Brian, Cash, J Violet, Yee, Significant, Arcane, Steve, Hack, Checkboard, Serpent, Kevin, Ava, Green, Darius, Brazi, Production, Alma, Sue, Joy, Robert, Andrew, Thinker, One Set. All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing good today. Again, green wave hits markets. Oil under $100 a barrel. Potential end to the war coming, maybe. Nike got absolutely dumped from earnings, and I'm in Nike. You don't love to see this. Nike got hit with earnings. I think they had good earnings, but markets just didn't like it. So it's down 9% in after hours. It had weak guidance. The issues with the U.S. and China relations are affecting Nike. Turnaround stalling, weak guidance, China drag is what's affecting Nike here, unfortunately. And Nike is down a big percentage. It's down to $47. I am not green in Nike anymore. I'm not green. I was green for a while, but I am no longer green in Nike anymore. You don't love to see it. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll probably sit in Nike long term, honestly. It's Nike. Yeah, so we're also seeing potentially 2 more options arriving on the president's desk in the last 24 hours. China and Pakistan have a plan that calls for a ceasefire and a reopening of the strait, according to Axios. Also, the United Arab Emirates said that Iran's control of the strait is, quote, intolerable, and the nation is willing to join in to keep it open. So, interesting day today. Oil did fall below $100 a barrel. S&P futures are higher here. Here's the S&P. S&P at 66.20s this morning. Very green. And you can kind of see this last 5 days of movement here. Here's yesterday when that announcement happened. Look at this. Right here. And we have just seen a huge green streak. Then let's see if we hold. That's craziness. Yeah, just message me, Max. Message me on Discord. If you don't have Discord, just email me, brother, at beginnertrading@gmail.com. But yeah, markets are up. Markets are up today. Does this hold? I'm going to do a poll right now. And the poll is going to ask, does the market do equities and indices, I'll say. Do equities and indices hold on to the green? I'm just gonna say, do equities and indices? Not does anymore. It would be do equities and then hold on to the green today. Yes or no? Vote on the poll. Poll is now live. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, S&P 500 up, NASDAQ up. This is probably the most optimistic day we've had potentially since this thing started. We're seeing now. We also had Iran confirm that we did get Iran confirming that we've been having direct negotiations with yesterday. And so, yeah. Which data release do you guys think is going to be the biggest report today? Nike is one of my weaker long-term positions. Might just cut it. Hold today or this week. Big green days have come sooner or later. Market is not going to zero. Today, yes, but not this week. Dip and rip today. Dip and rip. Poll's close to 50-50. It is April Fool's Day, guys. Let's hope we don't get a reversal of some of this sentiment here today, because markets are green. We are up big. Yeah, markets are green. We're up big today.
Obviously, it's better than outright denial, but I still think that somebody's going to crawfish out on this thing.
You don't believe it? As a Louisianian, I like the crawfish.
Thank you.
Crawfish out of it. I like it. But you don't believe it? You don't think it's going to hold?
No. I mean, again, at least admitting to negotiating with us is better than the outright denial that was going on before. But I still think somebody's going to try to squirrel out of it.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to quote that. Brit thinks somebody's going to crawfish out of this. Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible for sure. It's hard to tell what's true in these conflicts, and both sides are going to say all their stuff is true. But both sides, again, are probably exaggerating and embellishing things. And this is kind of the war playbook. Now, I do think we see optimistic things. And I think we have to look at the standard of history in conflicts like these to gauge, time frame for this conflict. I've said this before. In history, generally, what happens is that one side, generally not the U.S., will deny until we get really close to making a deal. And so I do think that Iran acknowledging that we're having direct negotiations with them is a good signal towards this conflict could be rolling over soon. Now, is it the end all be all signal? Absolutely not. Things could certainly still deteriorate. And I think we have to go into it with that understanding. A lot of markets are focused on this, so markets are really just waiting for the next news release, to be honest here. And the president is set to speak tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. The president speaks. This is going to be a very, very, very highly watched report tonight. A very, very highly watched report. He's speaking directly on the Iran conflict tonight. I believe it's at 9 o'clock. Let me make sure I get this right. But I'm pretty sure he speaks tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so we'll see what he says. You know, he could announce, you know, things are going great. He could announce they aren't. I would assume it's good things. But yeah, this is at 9 o'clock night Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock tonight Eastern Standard Time. Are you guys bullish or bearish on that speech tonight? 9 o'clock Eastern Time by the president. I think it's probably bullish, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think markets are going to get baked into this as we get closer to it. So I think it's probably bullish, but I'm not 100% sure. And again, I think markets are going to be baked into it. Will he taco out of it is another question. I don't know. Yeah, we're up. We're green on the day. Hey, dude. Good day, bro. Love you, dude. Third. All right. Sun's in here early. Got detention today. So.
Oh no, you got in trouble, huh?
Yeah.
Bummer. I want to qualify my previous statement by saying, obviously, I hope I'm wrong, and but also, good morning to you too, please.
No, you better stick to your previous statement, bro. You got to stand by. Don't crawfish out of your previous statement.
I stand by it. I'm qualifying it by saying I hope I'm wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope you're wrong too. I mean, we should all hope wrong. Let the conflict end soon, unless you're short the market and long oil. Yeah. Another big story that we got today is that OpenAI. Look how crazy these numbers are looking for OpenAI. Now, OpenAI is supposed to IPO sometime. OpenAI is supposed to IPO sometime this year. But look at this. So here's OpenAI. You can see they have a post-money valuation of $852 billion for OpenAI. $852 billion. Now, these are the investors mostly. It's mostly Amazon, NVIDIA, and SoftBank, with Amazon $50 billion, NVIDIA $30 billion, SoftBank $30 billion, and about $12 billion from other smaller, you know, BlackRock's actually not small, but A16Z, crypto, Sequoia, retail. They have about $2 billion a month as their current revenue. They have 900 million weekly active users, 50 million plus paying subscribers, and 40 million from enterprise. Now, Amazon's $50 billion includes 35 billion that's contingent on OpenAI going public or achieving AGI. SoftBank took a 40 billion bridge loan to fund its commitment, and OpenAI shut down Sora video app. IPO is expected in Q4 of this year. And so 122 billion raised at an 852 billion valuation. This is the largest private funding round in Silicon Valley history. And so 852 billion is bigger than the GDP of most countries. It would make OpenAI roughly the 20th most valuable company in the world if it were public. So again, Amazon 50 billion, NVIDIA 30 billion, SoftBank 30 billion. It's generating $2 billion a month in revenue, $24 billion annualized, 900 million weekly active users, 50 million paid subscribers. But let me rephrase all of this with OpenAI. They are still losing money. So the company remains unprofitable despite $2 billion in revenue monthly. Compute costs for running AI models are astronomical. And so this round is as much about anchoring IPO expectations as it is about the capital and value itself. They're building shareholders. They're getting into ARK Invest ETFs. IPO is expected this year. I'm going to be paying attention to it. But yeah, OpenAI did shut down Sora, so its video generation app. It did shut down on that, and that's a surprising thing. But I guess there's just better options out there for OpenAI. But they're refocusing on what actually makes money, which is coding and tools. Anthropic raised 30 billion at a 380 billion valuation in February. So OpenAI's 852 billion is valued 2.2x Anthropic. You know, I do not use OpenAI as much. I'm still going to be paying attention to their IPO, and look at oil continue to fall. But I do not use OpenAI as much in terms of programming. I use Claude a lot. So I use Anthropic's Claude a lot. I use Perplexity and I use Gemini. Those are my big 3 AI systems. Claude, Perplexity, and Gemini are the big 3 that I use. OpenAI just gets a lot of stuff wrong, to be honest. So look at oil continue to fall. Oil's under $99 a barrel right now. Under $99 a barrel. Looking at our poll, I said, do equities and indices hold on to the green today? 58% say yes. 42% say no. What's up, Sam? I've never used it. OpenAI, yeah. I mean, I used it when it first got big. But I don't use it anymore. It's just, honestly, it's the more mediocre AI system, to be honest. In my opinion, it's the least accurate. It's just not as good for the stuff I'm trying to do with AI. It's just not nearly what I want it to be. Oil's still falling right now, though. Also, China is saying that they will target financial resources more precisely towards tech innovation areas, according to senior statement. We also had senior leaders and cabinet members of the Houthi rebel movement have largely disappeared from public view in sharply curtailed phone communications, according to the Wall Street Journal, citing sources. Yeah, we also had news earlier that the Pentagon announced a deal with Boeing and Lockheed Martin to increase production capacity of PAC-3 MSC seekers by 3x, according to a statement. And again, we do have the ADP jobs report going live in what is that? 25 plus 15, so 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, we got ADP jobs, and this is the March data here. So this is March data today, guys, for ADP. This is March data. See what it's got to say about March data. Grok is the only one I use. It's incredibly unreliable. Still can't be very useful, but I hate how it seems like it's gotten worse. Yeah. I tried to use it for like breaking news and stuff like that. But afterwards, I kind of got enough of it. It was just unreliable in terms of AI system. It's not bad, but it's not what you want. So we also have the Israel defense minister says they will continue to strike the economic infrastructures of Iran. So we'll see what the president's got to say tonight.
Based on what's happened to Iranian leadership, I don't really blame the Houthis for tucking and covering.
Right, no, for sure. Thank you for becoming a member, Michael. I appreciate the membership. You can use these emojis now in the chat. But I appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you, sir. Play a chess game with it. It'll forget the first move before you finish the game. No memory at all. Yeah, the problem with OpenAI and specifically ChatGPT is that ChatGPT will tell you what you want to hear to a bigger degree than a lot of the other ones. And so it'll just kind of blindly tell you, like, if I say, hey, I think I'm going to win the lottery tomorrow, you know, ChatGPT will be like, you are going to win the lottery tomorrow. That's absolutely true. Let me show you why, you know? And it's like, okay. And now I believe I'm going to win the lottery tomorrow, but still, it's wrong, and it tells you it's confirmation bias in a system. And so because of that, the accuracy in terms of breaking news, the accuracy with a lot of different stuff is just not as good as some other ones. So
The
But
three
again,
that you
let's
use, I mean, do you use them for different things or pretty much the same thing?
Claude I use for programming. I use Claude more than all of them. Perplexity I use for uh like Perplexity I use for design, like digital design and stuff like that, as well as news. I'll use Perplexity for news. Claude I use for basically all of that stuff as well. Now, certain ones are better than others at different things. Claude's much better at programming. Um, Claude is meant for programming. Is much better at it. And then Gemini, I will use look up different news, build different things with Gemini. Like Gemini is more of like an entertainment one, I would say. But Gemini is good as well. So it just depends. Like that, I use them for a lot of different things.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I used the chat the other day asking why I'm so bad at trading, and it chewed me out. Well, yeah, because you told it you were bad at trading, and so it's gonna chew you out. Like that's what it does. It agrees with whatever you say. You say I'm bad at trading, it's gonna be like, yep, you are. You suck, bro. If you say, hey, I'm gonna win the lottery tomorrow, it says you definitely are. And so that's what it is. Confirms what you tell it. And I need one that's gonna back check what I'm gonna tell it. All right, looking at our poll numbers, 58% say yes. Do equities and indices hold on to the green today? 58% say yes. Yeah, I've tried Grok. Grok, generally, I tried to use the fast one where it's supposed to like give me the info as fast as it can, and it was not very accurate in my experience. I used the other one a little bit, but the Blaze. Oh. So what are you guys looking at today? So you guys really think we hold on to the green today? It's possible we do. I hope we do. Let's hold on to the green, guys. We got a jobs report going live at 8:15 today. We got ISM manufacturing data at 10 o'clock today. We have retail sales data for February at 8:30 this morning. We got a lot of different things going live, that are worthwhile paying attention to. We'll see what we get today, guys. But yeah, a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening today. We're scoring now. We're seeing equities move. We're seeing oil fall. Look at oil dip this morning. Oil over the last 3 or 4 minutes has dipped all the way to 98.5s. So oil, if we look at it, is down pretty significantly. Fools and Halloween are notoriously days where I don't actually make picks. I'm up 1.2%. I was up 4% last night after market close. Yeah, I'm seeing prop firms are having issues with market data. I've seen a lot of yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff. Trying to see what this is. Yeah, April 5th, something new's coming to. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing Tradeovate had issues today. Did you see Tradeovate is down? Are you guys having issues with Tradeovate? Tradeovate is a platform. Those at home. Yeah, I see we're investigating an issue with market data subscription renewal. Post an update 1 hour. Trade desk can offsetting positions. For me, it looks like mine's okay. Volume profile is looking a little different. They do an update for Trade of 8. Not look the same as it did yesterday. It's different. The volume profile is different and everything. Trade of 8 all morning, no issues. Good morning. Down, but props don't get market data. Guess at a major inflection point on the 4-hour entirely headline market now. That said, this long weekend makes me nervous. Yeah, again, look. There's a couple interesting days here. One of them is Sunday. One of them Sunday. So market is basically closed Friday, but we're still going to stream the payroll data that comes out at 8:30 because that's what we do. We're going to stream it regardless. So we will still stream payrolls dropping at 8:30. But outside of that, the market's closed on Friday. Crypto will be open. Sunday, the market opens back up on Easter Sunday. So on Easter Sunday, markets open back up. And a lot of people are curious to see how that's going to be influencing everything. You know, one of the things is that no markets are going to be open when payrolls drop on Friday. So payrolls are going to drop, and we're really going to see a delayed reaction to it Sunday or Monday. So that's essentially what we got going on here. So, but yeah, guys, a streak of green today. Oil down. Here's the S&P 500. Let's take a look at some levels here. Look at some levels. Look at the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ well over 24,000. And look at this 24,000 level. So if we're looking at a base underneath us here. If we're looking at a base underneath us. If we're looking at a base underneath us, 24,000 might be that level. The NASDAQ did just break here. The previous high of the day, which is right around 24,182. The previous high of the day is at 188 here. Got the new high of the day right here. We've tested that level now. And again, we're heading into interesting period of time where in 30 minutes exactly, we have ADP jobs data going out. In 30 minutes exactly, ADP jobs. We will see what we get. But ADP jobs, 8:15 market time. Higher or lower jobs today, guys? They're expected at about 40,000. 40,000. Yeah, ADP jobs go live at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Sitting on my hands waiting. Time to dump again. You think we're going to have lower than expected jobs, Brian? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. The last official report was weak. This is just an interesting report because it's the first one since this conflict started. So that's what I'm curious about. And again, we still have almost 60%, 60-40 in equities and indices hold on to the green today, 60-40. So 60% of people are still bullish. Yes, the estimate is about 40,000. We also have ISM manufacturing data today, retail sales data for February, ADP data expected at 39 to 41 is what I'm showing. Last time it was 63,000, and ADP processes payrolls. So ADP processes payrolls. And so we'll see what they have to say regarding all of it. Lower jobs for sure. Another interesting thing that we're going to get today is, again, we're going to get ISM PMI data. And it's for March as well, right? So we have 2 March data that started since this conflict has started. Or we have 2 data releases that include March when this conflict started. We have ISM manufacturing data at 10 o'clock. PMI data, Purchasing Managers Index. This is for March. It's expected at 52.3. Last time was 50.4. That might have some influence over things. We have retail sales data expected at 0.5%. This is for February. But the ADP non-farm employment change jobs data is for March. And 41 expected, 39 expected. It drops in 28 minutes.
What are you expecting the jobs data? And do you think oil will keep coming down, as just overall?
Well, the jobs data, I have no idea. The jobs data has a lot of variance in terms of what it comes out as. Uh, Oil, if it all depends on headlines for oil. So oil is dropping right now. It's down on the day. Here's Wednesday overall. This is Wednesday's WTI crude. But we are dropping right now. We're at 98.70s for oil. Now, what's going to influence this is obviously headlines. Headlines is something that has been really moving things in a big, profound way, for a while. So headlines have been moving things. Like I said, a few years ago, it was like CPI inflation data, and that stuff still moves markets. Don't get me wrong. But right now, it's conflict related and headline related, and so it really depends on a couple different factors in regards to where gold goes, where oil goes, where the S&P 500 goes. You can see gold here, guys. Gold has been rallying up. It's at 47.80s. It's kind of following the stock market right now. It's inverse oil, because inverse oil. The reason gold is inverse oil right now is because oil causes inflation, and inflation causes higher bond yields. Because of inflation risks, higher interest rate sentiment, because risk to inflation. And so in that context, when bond yields pay more, less people buy gold. When markets go down, people have to sell their gold sometimes to cover liquidations, margin calls, and stuff like that. And so because of that, gold inverse oil right now. And you can see gold ripping up. So whether oil continues going down depends on, number one, whether we get new headlines, whether we get more tweets, whether we get more updates on Iran. That's number one. Number two, it depends on where the market goes. If the NASDAQ, S&P continue to push, oil's probably going to inverse it and get down. And now the NASDAQ and the S&P are over. They're definitely green on the day. NASDAQ is testing highs of the day. But in a headline-driven market, that's going to be affecting things more than anything else. Especially, we got jobs data going live.
Is silver tracking with gold?
It generally follows it. It's a little bit more volatile. Though, like silver, it's not exactly like gold. Like silver is only slightly green on the day, where gold is up from a 4,700 close to almost 4,800. Silver is just barely flat. If you look at this, barely green on the day. Silver, here's the previous closing price. Here's silver. Silver's basically flat on the day, but it's broad trend and mirror gold a lot of the time. It's not an exact correlation though. There's slight differences just because of supply and use cases, ability, and everything like that. So, what's up, Cryptomania? What's up, Frenzy? AI is taking white collar jobs. They're not coming back. Thundercat says false. Wait, it's looking like the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow will be open until 7:15 Eastern Time on Good Friday. Really? Where's my market timers at? Bro, listen, we've updated our graphics here. Hey, look at this market timer. It's at the bottom of the screen. You got a timer right there, bro. We got 24 minutes until ADP data goes live. 24 minutes. It's at the bottom banner. We're just so fancy now, you don't realize it. Austin. Market is pricing soft landing unless Trump screws it up. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Like Bitcoin and ETH. Bitcoin is gold, ETH is silver. Yeah, I don't like ETH as much as Bitcoin. I like ETH, but not as much as Bitcoin. Supermicro is reportedly under a new legal review as AI expansion presents challenges. Apparently, I've seen an article that just dropped for that. But a lot of people think we're in the Big Short Part 2 regarding private credit. It's almost a repeat of 2008 is what we're seeing here, to be honest. In a lot of people's minds, some funds have completely stopped withdrawals. People are going to be nervous about this. And so, do you guys think the private credit issues are mirroring the 2007 financial crisis, 2008 financial crisis? I definitely think there's some similarities. In 2007, it was mortgage based, really essentially just greedy lending, greedy lending, fault rises, just to see the mirroring effects of that. In private credit, there's also been some greedy lending, and they are stopping withdrawals, refusing to let people withdraw in some instances. And so You see some mirroring effects of that. The question is, where in the timeline are we for that? I don't know. Oil continues to fall. We're at 98.40s here. Stubborn on buying more Nike today. Yeah, Nvidia has also had a very green move. It's at 177s. Here, 177s. So Nvidia has completely rebounded. This was at 169s yesterday, or so 169s maybe. So folks are buy now, pay later. Why is oil falling? I mean, to put it bluntly, Chef, Trump signaled another potential end to the war. We had the Iranian president yesterday talk about how they might be willing to end the war as well. And so as soon as those comments dropped yesterday, oil fell, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow ripped up. We're in a sea of green at this point in time from these comments. You know, here is exactly when these comments dropped. But yeah, just to recap that news.
Gotta wonder if he's serious or if he's just trying to stabilize things.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have a ton of influence over things anyway, but I think it's a good sign. Potential ceasefire signals. Again, the Iranian president did say they're opening to ending the war, and Trump did say maybe this conflict lasts 2 or 3 weeks. And again, just to and then we also have Trump speaking tonight at 9 o'clock. So we also have Trump speaking at 9 o'clock tonight, and I think in the context of everything that's been said, there's a chance he says good things, and maybe markets start to get baked into those good things. I don't really know for sure. Yields are down, showing a lower interest rate sentiment, which means markets are pricing in maybe lower oil, lower inflation from oil. But we also had some other stuff, like Nike had bad reaction to earnings. Buffett said he sold Apple too soon. He's buying treasuries and waiting for a bigger dip. He doesn't like current markets, essentially, is what he said. We did have consumer confidence beat yesterday at 91.80 versus 87.5s. And then, again, we got a string of data coming out today in the next few hours. We have ADP jobs going live at 8:15. We had retail sales data going live at 8:30. Now, retail sales is before the conflict started, but it's still relevant nonetheless. Bitcoin, if we take a look at Bitcoin today, is sitting at it's sitting at 68.5 or so right now, right? If I remember correctly when I first looked at it this morning. 68.5 Bitcoin. Yeah, it's at 68.7 Bitcoin. So Bitcoin still under 69, still under 70,000 here, but it's trying.
What did you close at yesterday? Yeah.
8,000 roughly.
Okay.
That's agreed.
Okay, and I'm pretty good.
Go ahead. No, you go. No.
Okay, well, I was going to say, like, I'm pretty confident, in at least in the fact that, that Trump thinks that there's going to be an end approaching to the conflict, just because he's been pretty consistent about it the last day and a half or so, which is kind of consistent for him.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. He's also said this thing could end about 5 different times. And so he's trying.
That's why I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt, but I'm hopeful.
Right. I hope he's telling the truth, and I hope it's right too. To be honest, I'd rather this conflict end. We also have the Feds barking right now. You could say barking is barking right now. He said firms and consumers not acting as if they expect long-term effects from oil shocks. I do not see inflation expectations at risk of breaking out, according to barking right now. And the S&P 500 just broke highs of the day again about a minute ago. It's at 66.2950s right now. But we are starting to slow down up here, but we are breaking highs of the day on the S&P. And I think the NASDAQ. Well, Yeah, NASDAQ at 24,200s right now, 24,200. S&P and NASDAQ. The Dow back up to almost 47,000 today as well. So indices are doing better this morning. Market says good firms feel pricing power is limited, but services firms feel they have more leeway, according to the Fed's market. That is going on right now. See what happens.
Also, I think if you really want to be successful in all this market stuff, John, you should start coming, like dressed like Gordon Gekko for the day. I think it'll just kind of get you in the right mindset.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel that, dude. I feel that, man. I always told my stream, if I ever show up in a suit, don't trust anything I say.
That's if there's a white collar, huh?
Yeah, just don't trust what I say. If I show up here in a suit, dude, don't believe me. Like, why would I put a suit on? It's freaking 7 a.m. I'm here by myself.
Yeah, something's probably wrong.
Right, why would I do that? That seems unnecessary. Like, I guess if you're really into suits, like Barney from How I Met Your Mother, maybe, but like, I'm not really into suits. In fact, I don't like wearing them that much. I'll wear them when I have to, but.
I mean, you don't want the diamond-studded suit from the show?
No, not at all. What if I wear a suit sometimes. I just don't like it. And you get long bias, and we end negative 2.5 thousand. Horse turned me into a bear with all the fake outs. I just think, look, I think there's so many things that are getting stacked on top of each other in terms of risk, right? In terms of just broad market. I think you have software crisis. And then on top of that, related to that, you have the private credit issues from software, right? You have them restricting withdrawals. On top of that, you have the Middle Eastern conflict and the longer term effects of oil prices. Even if the conflict ends, there's still going to be longer term effects of oil. And so when you combine all of that stuff together, obviously there's risks right now. And we'll see what happens. But markets are digesting a lot of the stuff positively, obviously, over the last day or two. So markets are digesting this a little bit more positively. The big catalyst was Iran's president stating that they're prepared to end the war if they receive guarantees, and the U.S. President Trump saying that 3 to 4 weeks is what he thinks we're gonna see here for this. So that's where we're at now for all this stuff. There's the 8 o'clock bell. So now it's 8 o'clock. Here's the NASDAQ here, still trying 24,190 here, 190. And remember, Apex does have 90% off. Use coupon code BGT at checkout. BGT at checkout. Get 90% off Apex right now.
I wonder what oil production is at the last few months, and I wonder if we could possibly ramp up production to ease prices.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right now, it's more of just the global standard with Brent crude.
Yeah, no, I kind of mean coming out of the conflict, if the conflict does end, if we could, it would take a while. It takes a while to ramp up oil production, but
For
it
sure.
would at least feasibly help.
100%. I'm seeing somebody say that there's always someone or something to blame. Let me get my thing up. I should be able to post some. I gotta pop out the chat. I cheat. Yeah, I see a couple people that dress up in suits, and I get it. I'm not mad at you if you're in a suit. But like, bro, day trading and suits don't necessarily go together, bro. They just don't. Like, bro, you're sitting at home day trading. Why are you wearing a suit, bro? Like, why? Like, why would
you?
Right, but you're at home, dude. You're day trading at home.
Like, no, I get it, and I'm with you. Like, I love the way suits look. I guess because I just haven't worn them very often. I'm not comfortable in them. I mean, like, I guess if I wore them every day, I'd probably get just like wearing anything else. You get used to it, but
right. But you're at home day trading.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love the aesthetic, of a really sharp suit, but again, not comfortable wearing it most of the time.
Right. Y'all are lucky I'm wearing pants right now, dude. Like, I'm at home, and half the time I show up here in a robe. And so
we can only see the top half. Who says you are?
Yeah, y'all would never know. Y'all never know. But yeah, that's my point. Like, anybody that's getting dressed up in a suit and then streaming from their house computer, I'm not judging you too much, but I'm definitely judging you at least a little bit for that, Cut it
If I
out.
ever see you in a suit in the morning, I'm just going to assume it's code for like, hey, something's wrong, help me.
No, right. That's what I've told the chat. Like, not that something's wrong, but more so just if I show up in a suit, don't believe anything I say, bro. You know?
You've been replaced.
Right. It's a clone. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyways, NASDAQ finally dipping down. We have 12 minutes left. 12 minutes left before this data releases, guys. 12 minutes before ADP jobs comes out. You should start a new stream, wear a suit, and call it intermediate trading. I know, dude. Listen, I'm on that. I'm on that. Great idea. Great idea. I still have the pink bunny suit from A Christmas Story in my closet. And when it's cold, honestly, sometimes I want to wear it.
Is it a onesie?
It is.
That's great.
I'll show up to that thing, you know. If there was ever, yeah, if there's ever a week to wear it, it would be this week. It's Easter week. You know, it's a bunny suit. A pink bunny suit. If there's ever a week to wear it, now's the time. Wolf of No Street? I don't know if that's a personal attack or a compliment. I'll take it. I call myself the cook of Wall Street. Personally. John's a furry. Yeah. Listen. You would never know if I was, guys.
Speaking of Eastern food, man, I can't wait for gumbo for Easter.
No, dude. I can't wait for crawfish. Crawfish is where I'm like, yeah. Time.
This is gonna... I know this is like a sin being, you know, from South Louisiana, but like, I'm not a crawfish person. I love everything else in the crawfish boil. I love the sausage and the mushrooms and the potatoes and all that. Love it. But like, you can keep the crawfish. It's too much trouble.
How dare you, dude? How could you be this way, bro? No, I'm just joking. Dad of Wall Street, Uncle Eddie blue leisure suit I wear on Halloween sometimes. Yeah. All right, guys. All right, NASDAQ. We're getting a little bit too, we're having too much fun here. We gotta boil it down and be serious. Anyways. 24,186 on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we continue breaking this high. Again, the jobs data drops in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So, give me your last bit of predictions. Higher or lower? John, you need a safe word or phrase in case you get hijacked. Did you mean you'd remove me from the chat because I said there's always someone to blame? I wasn't attacking you at all. I was speaking about how politicians do that. No, I would never remove you from the stream, Sharma. I would. A lot of the time, a joke. Sorry. Joking on my coffee. But yeah, no. I'm just messing around. You're fine, brother. You're fine. And context is hard to gauge in the chat sometimes too. So it was really just a question. You're good, dude. But if you attack me, you're banned for life in the stream, you know?
Everybody must agree.
Right. Everybody has to agree with me or y'all get booted out of here. Do the shadow realm, that's right. My prediction is that you're gonna ask where you're from, where you're from. Not yet. Not yet. If no buddy suit this Friday stream, I'll unsub. Maybe that was my plan all along. I'm not removing anybody, dude. I'm just most of the time I'm sarcastic. All right, guys, listen. 9 minutes left. 9 minutes. Oracle is ripping up this morning. I thought Oracle had bad news about how Oracle's probably ripping. I saw it was layoff news this morning for Oracle. So Oracle was down on layoff news, or Oracle's up on layoff news. This is something that we've seen over the past years. We've seen markets react well to layoffs. My guess is from improved margins, what we're seeing. So better margins, you know, less people on your books, better margins, and Oracle's up. I'm in Oracle, I believe, as well. So I'm in Nike, which is down, and I'm also in Oracle, which is up. I will take it.
Why do you think Nike went down?
Guidance numbers disappointed here. So earnings releases have three major sections of it. They have EPS, revenue, and guidance are the big three. So EPS is like margins. It stands for earnings per share. Revenue is like the ceiling that they have in terms of like how much money they're bringing in. And then guidance numbers are future projections, like economic or outlook for the company, like what they think they're going to do next quarter, next year, so forth, so on. So,
Okay.
what do bonds say?
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just going to respond to this comment here. What do bonds say? Bonds right now, yields are up. Or no, I'm sorry, yields are down, showing some stability in yields, meaning yields generally spike when there's more fear about inflation and stuff like that. So yields are down, meaning more optimism regarding the conflict ending. But yields are saying, bonds are saying. All right, guys, we have 6 minutes.
You know if Oracle's still involved in speech to text technology?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
I bought Oracle because it was. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean I was just curious because I used to have like the early version of like their speech to text microphone and software, and it worked pretty good. I mean, like, granted, it was it was probably like 22 or 23 years ago, but it worked pretty well even then.
Yeah, it really. I think that technology is already here, so, and I think a lot of different companies are using it now. It's not.
Oh no, no, I know the technology is here. I just wondered if they were still like a dominating force in that field, like I think they used to be.
Yeah. Well, no, look, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So 5.5 minutes here, guys. I see Niels from the Netherlands. Last time Claude got it right. What did he get right? What was it? Which report did Claude get right last time? What was it? It was last week. Claude got it right. What was it? What dropped last week?
Oh God, what was it? I remember you.
ADP jobs? It was the weekly numbers though. So remember, guys, today is the monthly ADP report. It's not the weekly one. This one has more influence.
The number was 212,000, whatever it was.
Yeah. Was it? Okay, that doesn't sound like ADP. Might have been 1250. What was it? I don't know. I don't remember. PMI data could have been PMI. It wasn't CPI. All right, guys. So here we go. ADP jobs data drops in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. It's expected today at 40,000, roughly 40,000. So roughly 40,000 expectation here. And yeah, let's see what we get. Weaker or stronger jobs. This is jobs from March. So this is March jobs. Visa is also launching new AI tools to manage charge dispute processes, according to CNBC. And we had Fed's bark and speak earlier. Jobless claims. Wasn't it NFP data? No, the NFP data drops Friday this week. We have 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. And we'll see what we get today.
Based on the 212, looks like people are saying sounds like jobless numbers, and I think that might be what it was.
Yeah, that could be what it is. Possible. Yeah, it could be that for sure. But here's the ADP data. Going live in 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Weaker jobs, 63,000 previously, had no clue. 212 does sound like jobless claims. And I think it makes more sense that it was Thursday. I think it was 212. Yeah, so I think you're right. It was jobless claims numbers on Thursday from last week.
Leave it to me to remember a random number and nothing else that has anything to do with it.
Right. The only context 212 makes sense is jobless claims. And I think you're right. It was 212. I remember that you're correct. So it was jobless claims. So we'll see if Claude is right again. Again, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes.
Like to vote on whether it's going to be right again.
Yeah, the thing about today's, yes. I don't know. I don't know. This, what I will say is that there's a lot of, it could come in at a big range for jobs, especially with ADP data. We've seen swings, hundreds of thousands of swings. Yeah, we've seen it come in at like 50 and then negative 92,000 and then back up to 80. Like it can swing back and forth here. Let's put the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ up. Here's the S&P. Actually, I'm going to put the NASDAQ up. Here's the NQ. And again, we have 2.5 minutes left, about 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Here's the NASDAQ. It is on a little dip here. I would buy this dip, but we're too close to economics. And then we do have retail sales data at 8:30 here. We do have retail sales data at 8:30. We got ADP right now, and then retail sales at 8:30. 2 minutes.
Ooh. I was kind of voting for fun, to be honest with you. I don't really know anything about Claude, but I was very impressed with the fact that it was right about that last week. So I'm just going to say that I think it's going to be right again.
Yeah, and listen, I believe in Claude, man. I like Claude a lot. And again, here we go. We got a minute and a half left. 63,000 previously. 41,000 expected, 40,000 expected, 39,000 expected. So somewhere around that range between 39 and 41 is what I'm showing here. And let's see what we get today. It is ADP data, so, we'll see if it moves anything. But it's expected around 40,000 today, guys. 40,000. 15 minutes later, we have retail sales data going live, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So let's see what jobs look like for March. And then we also have ISM data going live at 10 a.m. this morning. We have ISM data going live at 10 o'clock today. Here we go. Less than a minute now, about 50 seconds. If it moves anything. Here's the NASDAQ. Yeah.
People are ghostlighting somebody in the chat. There is no second voice that's in your head.
One voice. One voice. 30 seconds, guys. 25 seconds, actually. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. And you'll catch up to the stream, and we'll give you guys the data as soon as it drops. We have 20 seconds left. A little bit less than that, actually. What's your number here, guys? What's your number? Let me know. And here's the report in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the release for the data. If it shows up. Waiting here, chat. Yeah, weird. This ADP data is kind of late here. Okay, so look at this big pop in markets here. So 9,000. Or no, I'm sorry. That's wrong. Give me. Yeah, it's weird. It's showing up a little late on my end here.
Dang, zero, huh?
50,000, yeah. Mine's showing up late, which is very odd for me. And we do have retail sales data, so I'm showing 55. Okay, it's 62,000 versus expected 40,000. 62,000 versus expected 40,000. So stronger than expected jobs here today, guys. Sorry, the ADP data is always kind of wild. Like most of the other data I get comes out immediately. The ADP data, for whatever reason, like I think it's their server. If we try to look at the ADP report, usually their servers are down. But yeah, we showed 62,000 versus expected 40,000. Here's the numbers right here in chat. 62,000 versus expected 40. Stronger than expected. So that is the number in chat right now. I'll put this number up on screen. We showed up at 62,000. The NASDAQ didn't really react. It originally went up a little bit, but now we're kind of falling back down some. But stronger than expected jobs numbers today. We did have stronger than expected jobs numbers. ADP data did show stronger than expected at 62,000. I'm waiting to see them update this report. ADP just needs to fix their servers, dude. But yeah. The 2,000 versus expected 40. So
forgive me if I sound like an idiot. I guess I just probably am. But is that like new created positions or just filled positions?
So it's jobs that were added. So hiring jumped in February at 63,000 last time. Hiring jumped today. Private payrolls. These are private payroll numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
the ADP report
like I said,
is
I'm still
out.
learning. Everybody starts somewhere, I'm just curious.
Yeah, you're good, brother. You're good, man. But yeah, ADP data is out. Market's not really moving much. Yeah, so the ADP data is out. Market hasn't really reacted to this much at all. We have retail sales data going live. The next big story here today, guys, is retail sales at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We do have retail sales data at 8:30. It is for February, but it's relevant. The NASDAQ has gone completely sideways since this report came out. So now we pivot to retail sales data going live. And we'll see what happens here. But retail sales data, 8:30. And we have ISM data as well. Going live at 8:30. Sorry, I'm prepping the stream for the 15 minutes that we get for in retail sales data going live at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Brent, ask as many questions. Are you trading your replacement? All right, so yeah, so if we look deeper,
this take a long time. I'm terrible at this.
Yeah, it would. But yeah, we showed 62,000 jobs. You see the trend here. Small businesses between 1 and 19 employees gained 112,000 jobs. 20 to 49 employees lost 27,000 jobs. Mid-sized businesses net lost jobs. It looks like they net lost 20,000 jobs, with 20,000 lost between 50 and 249 employees, and 6,000 gained between larger mid-sized businesses, 50 to 500 really. Large companies lost 4,000. The gains were in mining resources, in natural resources, and mining and construction. The losses were in manufacturing, trade and transportation, and utilities. Information gained, financial activities gained, professional business services gained, education and health services gained, leisure and hospitality gained, other services gained, and that's it. So that is the report. Overall hiring is steady, but job growth continues to favor certain industries, including healthcare. In March, this solid performance was accompanied by a boost in pay gains for job changers. So that is the ADP report. I don't like covering the ADP report because sometimes they don't get it out in time. Whatever
Seems
reason.
like a net positive, though. I mean,
yeah, if it holds, But this was for March, so.
Also, like jobs in like medicine and health and stuff, for what I've noticed. I don't know has that ever gone down. I mean, that's pretty much always a growing sector, isn't it?
What, in medical? It has gone down, but it's more rare, especially in current climates. Like usually those are the jobs that are gaining a lot. So yeah, it can go down. Yeah, it can, but it's more.
I appreciate the encouragement, Blaze.
Yeah, just to put it out there, education and health services gained almost 60,000 jobs at 58,000. So,
wow.
Yeah, they gained a lot. All right, guys. So, we do have retail sales data going live. Hold on. There it is. We have retail sales data going live at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that report is coming out very soon. The NASDAQ is down a little bit over the last few minutes here. It is net negative from this jobs report. Maybe showing more inflation risks. We also, Fars News reported, citing sources, that loud explosions were heard at U.S. bases in Kuwait, apparently. So, the president speaks tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central. Also, guys, if you haven't already, in between today and retail sales, if you haven't already, Apex has 90% off sale going on. 90% off for Apex right now. If you look at Apex, if you want to learn to day trade, funding your own account makes absolutely no sense. Most day traders lose money. And so if you fund your own account thousands of dollars, you're probably going to lose. Apex recently did a lot of updates. They now have, whoa. Maybe this news, let me check real quick before I do this plug. I see the market dropping. Yeah, so the previous one was revised up to 66,000 on the ADP report as well. I don't think this is negatively affecting markets, though. I see, anyways, I don't see any other news except for maybe that those loud bang being heard at U.S. bases in Kuwait. But anyways, Apex does give you a lot of different options here. They now have end-of-day drawdown options, no payout denials, no MAE rule, no 5-1 risk-reward rule, built-in scaling, and 50% consistency now. And they have the cheapest accounts at the game here. If you look at this, if you use my coupon code on the intraday trail 25K, it's only $19.90. It's less than $20. I think the $50,000 option is probably the best bang for your buck. You can get it for about $35 with an end of day trail $50,000 account. The 100K account intraday trail is only $8. While end of day trail is 60. The cheapest accounts in the game, still very useful. Most day traders lose money. And so if you want to check it out, 90% off sale going on right now. 90%, 90. One of their biggest sales recently. And so I'll put this link up. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. You can find links and you can use coupon code BGT at checkout. BGT, beginner trading at checkout. Get the max discount here, guys. I will put this link up. Help support your friend here in this channel. There's the link. I'll put it to the top of the page. We appreciate it. Is oil spiking? No. Not really. So most of these gains that we're seeing right now, or most of these drops are kind of NVIDIA falling back down to 176.5s. We did have that OpenAI news this morning. And again, this is after most of the markets are still green. Trump said yesterday we could leave Iran within 2 to 3 weeks. Nike had bad earnings, so it's down to 40. Private credit is still worrying. But most Mag 7 stocks are green. Alphabet, green. Meta, green. Amazon, green. Netflix, green. NVIDIA, green, obviously. Microsoft, green. So everything is mostly green. Oil's not really doing much. This is mostly just volatility. Probably pullbacks in it is what's causing this dip right now in the NASDAQ here, heading into retail sales data today. So all right, guys. Yeah, I like Lucid a lot. You can use my coupon code BGT at checkout on Lucid as well here. The link is in the description. I like Lucid a lot. So yeah, face ripper yesterday. Huge move. Again, it came after the Iranian president said they would be willing to end the war if they got guarantees, is what he said. And then Trump said the war could end within 2 to 3 weeks. So that is kind of what's moving things. Anyways, guys, we have retail sales data live in 5 minutes for retail sales data. 5 minutes. All right.
So John, you've been getting beat up in jiu-jitsu lately?
I haven't honestly been going. I really haven't been.
Oh, really?
Not the last, like, we have company stayed at my house, and I just haven't.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, it's just been went to the
Oh, cool. What kind of museum?
it's the I think it's the Natural History Museum is what it's called. It's got like a butterfly exhibit. It's in Houston.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I like science and industry museums.
Yeah. Those are cool. It was cool. But yeah, going back to the data today, 8:30, we have Thursday. Yeah, 8:30, we have retail sales data. It's expected. This is for February though, but core retail sales are expected at 0.3%. Month-over-month retail sales headline is expected at 0.5%. Now these numbers for retail sales were weak previously. 0% for core retail sales in January. Negative 0.2% for headline retail sales in January. And again, so both of these are expected to uptick. 0.5% for headline retail sales. Core retail sales expected at 0.3% today. So both of them are expected to some here when this data comes out in about 2.5 minutes. So,
what's the difference between core and headline?
Core excludes food and energy.
Okay.
Yeah, so core excludes food and energy. And here we go. We have 3 minutes left. Yeah, data providers are kind of out of whack today. I saw Trade being down some. Like they've just been kind of weirdness on all these fronts. But yeah, retail sales data, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 3 minutes. All right, guys. So look at the NASDAQ here. The NASDAQ ahead of this report is pulling down pretty drastically. The NASDAQ is falling here right now. We have almost 1,200 people watching right now. I am going to put it in sub-only mode. Bull or bear on the retail sales report? It is the delayed report from February, but it's still relevant. I don't think the conflict is over, but we are definitely in a relief rally. Yeah, I mean, it's optimism, right? Optimism here. All right, guys, less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Bank of England's Bailey says he still thinks markets are getting ahead of themselves by pricing in rate hikes, according to Reuters. We do have retail sales data today, guys. Let's see what we get. We got less than 2 minutes left. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. We'll see what we get today. But data is almost here, guys. Data is almost here.
Yeah, in terms of the conflict, I think you can claim, victory without putting boots on the ground, but you can't claim control without putting boots on the ground.
Why are you sad, John? I'm not sad today, bro. Yeah, that's probably true. Listen, guys, we have 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left until retail sales data. 40 seconds. We're starting to push back up. We're at 24,145. Again, here goes the data here. We have 30 seconds left now. Hit the live button. Put it in 2x speed if you want to be caught up to the stream and not delayed. Live button. I don't know how much this is going to move markets. Honestly, we did get some reactions from the ADP data, although it's hard to tell whether it's that or whether it's just more market swings from volatility. Here's 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here's the report for retail sales data. Retail sales showed up at 0.6%, stronger than expected. Everything showed up higher than expected. 0.5% for core retail sales, 0.6% for headline. Retail control showed 0.5% versus 0.3% expected. They also revised the previous retail sales up slightly at negative 0.1%. I think it was negative 0.2% last time. So we did see stronger retail sales data for February, and this is ahead of the March data here, but retail sales did show up at 0.6%. 0.6%. Core retail sales showed up at 0.5%. So here is the link. And I misspoke earlier with retail sales. Yeah, retail sales year over year for February came in at 3.7% versus 2.9% expected. Retail sales heated a little bit here, to be honest. So retail sales did show up stronger than expected. Again, we showed up at 0.6% versus an expected 0.4% for headline. Core showed up at 0.5% versus expected 0.3%. Markets reacted slightly beneficially, but it's still kind of flat here. Again, like I said, this is February data. So we saw more movement from ADP data because this is data. This doesn't include March. This is February data here. But we did have this candle wick move sales, so now we're starting to head back down. But yeah, essentially the data showed up stronger than expected, slightly stronger than expected. I would say. I don't know if it's like massively stronger, but there's the data right there in chat.
But I mean, overall, it's a pretty positive indicator. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so again, this candle went up. We went up to like 163s, and now we're dipping down. We're at 24 130s. So we're going to get a little pullback when the market opens. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we do. And again, what do you guys think? Let's take a look at this retail sales report. But retail sales stronger than expected. Yeah, we can take a look at this a little bit deeper here. Census Bureau, they release stuff. And that's you, ADP. But yeah, advanced estimates of U.S. retail and food services sales for February 26 adjusted for holiday variations and variations. 738.4 billion, up 0.6% from the up 3.7% February 25. So year over year, 7%. Total sales for December through February up 3.1%. Retail trade sales were up 0.6% from January and up 3.5% from last year. Non-store retailers up 7.5% from last year. Places were up 5.2. So stronger retail sales data. Market is still probably hanging more on Iran news, though. So
I wonder if that higher than expected data means people traveled more, though, like, indicating more confidence in the economy. I don't know.
sure. Yeah, it's spending. Retail sales spending.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
spending.
specifically, I was talking about the core data,
Oh.
Gas and food.
Yeah, well, core I think is actually on retail sales. It's actually hold on, let me. Yeah, core is actually excluding autos for February. So core retail
Well, never
sales
mind
is a
then.
little bit, yeah. Core is different in some way. Like, I know with inflation, it's excluding food and energy. With retail sales, it looks like it's excluding auto and gas. Or yeah,
Okay, well, never mind then.
yeah. Still excludes gas. I don't think you can exclude food reasonably from retail sales, though.
I don't either.
Because that is just, obviously relevant. But yeah, so NASDAQ is down here. We did have this candle from retail sales, but now we're starting to come back down. Let's see if we hold. And yeah, green wave hits markets. See if we get some good action here. We're also going to have a guest on stream today to trade some futures with us. Let me see if I can get that set up here. Yeah, we're at 24 130s. Brett, you hold the stream and chat. You can chat with the chat. I got to create this room. Fine, sir. So you do that right now, Britt. Do it right now. Is it Burry? I think you mean Blurry. I think Britt has abandoned me today, guys. I don't hear him anywhere. Oh, there he is.
All right, what did you say?
I said you
My bad.
chat with the chat while I'm building this room here.
Okay. What do you guys want to talk about?
Why is the market up? Market's up because the president of Iran signaled willingness to end the war, as well as U.S. President Trump said the war could end within 2 years. That is why.
I don't know. What are you guys doing for Easter? Any plans?
Eating crawfish like we do.
I'm just having a gumbo and potato salad weekend for Easter, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I like gumbo and potato salad.
Me too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I want to get. There's a standing pork rib roast from Costco that I want to get. I like to smoke it for like 3 hours and then sous vide it overnight,
Sure.
and then do a reverse sear at the end.
Right. Yeah, I like all that stuff. All right, look at the NASDAQ start to tumble down a little bit. 24,130s here. We're really flat over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, even after retail sales data came out. So,
John's attempt to get invited for gumbo. John's always invited for gumbo.
bro, I show up to Britt's house uninvited. I will show up to Britt's house uninvited. He can't stop me.
I don't have a problem. I enjoy the company.
Yeah, he's I'm like Britt's brother, dude. I can show up whenever, dude. And if Britt's not there, his dad will let me. I could.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'll just
friends
show
with
up.
my dad.
Right. Yeah, so again, trade debate's down. Trade debate's still down, though. My trade debate looked different today. Yeah. So, Britt, there's a chance that I might have to send you another invite to something else.
Okay.
outside of Discord.
That's fine. I like invites. Makes me feel special.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a guest, and I want to make sure he can hear you too. Look at the NASDAQ still fall down here. We're at 24,150, 24,112s. Yeah, we got the opening bell.
Causing that, you think?
I don't know, man. The only way the retail sales could be causing this is if people fear inflation more, higher retail sales, more inflation potential, as well as like the ADP jobs data showed stronger than expected. So it just shows that prior to the conflict, maybe sales were heating up, meaning more risks to inflation is what it could be. I'm not saying that is. Bank of England's Bailey's been speaking as well. He said markets ahead of themselves in pricing rate hikes. That's good. But U.S. retail sales did show up higher than expected today at 0.6% for headline, 0.5% for core. So, bro, I don't know what is going on. Like, why does my trade of 8 look different than it did yesterday? I had volume profile and all kind of stuff set up, and now it looks like way different. Now it's like only showing me a small sliver. Anybody know what's going on here? Here's trade of 8 right here. Why does it look different than it did yesterday?
Yeah, a few people in the chat are saying it's fixed, but
different. Look at the 200 exponential counts. Maybe I should have played that, but why is trade of 8 different than it was yesterday?
So does it only look different, or is it functioning differently?
Well, the volume profile is definitely off here. A volume profile's up, market depth's up, but I don't see it really. Much smaller than it was. Like moving in a very way. It's not the same that it was.
Let's just log in again.
Your market data subscription is not updated. That's why it's yellow. You're on delayed. Log out. The issue, yeah, so I'm seeing it monitoring the issue impacting market data subscription renewals has been successfully resolved. To ensure proper restoration of services, please log out of your session and log back in. Okay, so the chat is right. Okay, there we go. We're back. You guys were correct. I should have bought the dip right there if it was delayed. Maybe it'll let me trade it. You know, I'd have to, maybe I'd get some easy trades. So I see a news break that the UK to host coalition talks on securing the Strait of Hormuz, according to Financial Times. Other countries, including France, Netherlands, Gulf states, have been involved in private discussions over what naval assets would be willing to provide any potential coalition. Military escorts, mine-sweeping operations, and other defense against possible attacks by Iran are all under consideration. Yeah, have you tried turning it off and back on? It looks like that fixed it. All right, let me get my guest in here.
They better sweep for mines. Honestly, that sounds like the most important one to get going on.
Right, exactly. All right, guys, so the NASDAQ is now underneath the 200 exponential here. I'm watching 120s, 130s. Doubled retail sales.
Someone says, good evening from Thailand. What time is it in Thailand? And I'm not asking you, John.
Oh, I don't know. I got a friend that's in Thailand right now. Lance is in Thailand right now. I saw pictures. He was eating some good Thai food.
I'd love to try real Thai food.
I'd ask him right now, but I'm worried it's like freaking.
Well, the person in the chat says good evening, so I doubt it's like a real inconvenient time of day, but I might be wrong.
I don't know. He came on the stream the other morning, and I was like, "What time is it?" He was like 11 at night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's 7:42 p.m. in Thailand. Okay, gotcha. Okay, look, I got him in here. All right, guys. Let me make sure I do this right. All right, you ready? Oh, it only shows him, dude. Damn. All right, let me figure. Britt, talk to the chat. I'll figure this out.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I haven't eaten a whole lot of Thai food. I mean, in Baton Rouge, there are a few Thai restaurants, but I don't know how authentic it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Hero likes Thai food. I like the taste. My stomach can't. NASDAQ still under the 200 exponential. It's starting to reject that area now at 130s, by the way, guys. Just giving you guys. We have a little lower volume area in the volume profile, so we'll see what happens with this, but I'm trying to figure that out.
you should be sorry. Yeah, so I've never had authentic Thai food, but I like heat, so I think I'd probably enjoy the food. Now I know they get like probably even way hotter than we're used to in this neck of the woods, but I want to try it. I love pho, and I know that's not Thai food, but it's still delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Thai food. All right, here, look.
Soul
Now,
food.
now it's time to ask AI what the heck is going on. I'm sorry, I'm usually using a StreamYard, but now I'm using Video Ninja here. So I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure it out. Where's Claude at? Come on, Claude. There he is. Yeah, well,
yeah,
I'd have to. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Pho is awesome. It's the first time I tried beef tendon, and honestly, I was really surprised by the texture. It kind of had the chewy texture of a potato. It was good.
Okay. Let's see. Mike. Chat. All right, guys. So,
Having trouble?
yeah.
No. Well, I mean,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Look at the market move here. I'm completely missing it trying to get this set up here. So, something just happened. So Trump says Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors, has just asked the U.S. of America for a ceasefire. We will consider when Hormuz Strait is open, free, and clear. Until then, we are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Ages. End quote, U.S. president. Now, this is another one of those quotes like yesterday where the beginning of it was great. The beginning of it was great. Markets digested this positively initially in the beginning. And then he completely did a 180 back the other way now. And now the market's starting to fall back down. Like the first half was great, optimistic, looks like, and then he just switched it all around. Again, Trump said, quote, Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors. He just asked the United States of America for a ceasefire. We will consider when the strait is open, free, and clear. Until then, we are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Ages. End quote, U.S. president. So that is what just happened.
Dude, that is wild. I mean, like, does he do this stuff intentionally? You've got to wonder that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Well, it's just we could have peace, but if not, we're gonna blow them all up.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically right. That's basically what he said. All right, but yeah, that news is affecting things right now. Yeah, that news is affecting things right now. Interesting though, man. This is interesting.
like this is why like I'm probably gonna watch him speak tonight. He just always says something off the wall. It's like, okay, well, at least it was worth watching.
Right, no, for sure. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you should be able to hear me now, Joey, right? Hold on, wait. I don't know if they can hear you. Hold on.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, look at this market movement here. We're starting to turn the other way.
I can only do the cadence. I can't get like the actual sound of his voice down.
Okay,
my
say
cousin
something.
Sounds just like him.
Hold on, say something, Joey.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. Okay, so we got the audio working. My bad, brother. My bad, dude.
No, you're good.
Yeah, first time using video ever, and so I probably should have, like, my kids are in softball and baseball. It's just been busy, brother. It's just but yeah, I'll get your video in here in a second. Regardless of whether you can see me or not, I'm gonna throw you on the stream if that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because what just happened right now, you're on the stream, they can hear you right now. But Trump just tweeted, I don't know if you heard the tweet that just happened right now. It's what's pushing markets down. He said, quote, Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors, has just asked the United States of America for a ceasefire. We will consider when the Strait of Hormuz is open, free, and clear. Until then, we are blasting them into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Age. End quote. This really interesting movement. We went up originally, probably when people and algorithms digested the first half.
I was gonna say, yeah. It was like a tweet that sounded so good and then just fell apart as you kept reading.
Yeah, that's right. This is the second tweet like that in the last few days. The other one that he did on Truth the other day, man, was very similar. Very optimistic things the first half, and then boom, just the other way all of a sudden. And markets are breaking down here. I'm sure oil, if we take a look at oil, is probably spiking now. It's up a little bit. It's back over $100 a barrel here. So
yeah, any aggressive post by Trump regarding the war and just saying how we're going to continue blasting Iran could send the market just absolutely tumbling. So
100%, yeah. Anything that signals escalation or even like just more, anything that signals more, worse issues, obviously going to make it push. Yeah, let me get you in the stream though, so they can hear you now. I mean, I should know how to get you in here. So hold on, I know OBS pretty well, but I'm also OBS can be really complicated. Go. Didn't get you in here.
So I can hear him through the stream, but I have to keep it muted, otherwise I get like double audio because I get yours initially through the Discord, and then a second later I get you through the stream. So
yeah, I might. Oh, I can hear an echo. I can hear an echo now. Yeah, that's weird. Hold on, huh? Let me mute myself. Joey, could it be your desktop audio?
No, I'm running through. I have a stream deck that I run audio through.
Okay. I mean, we might be able to make it work like this. Chat, how's the audio? How's the audio right now? You guys can hear me, right? Good? Okay. Super Crispy says good. Sounds fine. Good. All right. And let me get Joey in here. Or you could see, let me fix the app, the overlay.
It's weird.
Yeah,
audio is
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to
never
keep it
heard
muted.
anything like it before.
It means I won't be able to hear him, but I can't help it.
Yeah. That's Trump right there. You know. All right, let me see. All right, I figured out how to get Joey in here. Let me find my box here. Okay, there we go. It's a little, it's not as good as it could be, but that'll have to do. Oil up to over 100.
Sorry.
Yeah, I imagine oil spiking off that news too.
Yeah, I'm watching 100. I think 100 is a really important kind of psychological level for oil.
Yeah.
So that's when news is covering it.
Yeah, 100 up to, I mean, even those 10 like 102s.
Sure. Hey Joey, hold the stream down. I hear an echo in my headphones, so I'm gonna AI this real quick.
Yeah, I got it. Chat, what's up? How we doing? Nice to meet you guys, bro. First time on. Good seeing y'all. Hopefully you guys are handling these headline markets. Got a 20-point MGC trade on that True Social post. Nice, Miss Trades. Oh, hey, what's up, Miss? How you doing? Scooby, how you doing? Pawn. Sage, what's my background? I have lights. Kind of looks like a laser tag arena in here. Thanks, Chris. You're not handling them well. Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough. It is absolutely tough. RTB, good morning. Who am I? I am just a guy that likes to trade. You expected me to have a survivalist beard? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what that means. Is that, I don't know. Is that a good thing? Miss Trades. I won't say that out loud, but yes, that is my nickname. What caused the dump? This post that Donald Trump put out on True Social. It started off great. Like, it all started fantastic. You read the first sentence and it just sounded real good. And then things fell apart as you kept reading it. I think if we just cut it off at the first part of the post, things would have been all right in the markets. But you keep reading and it just gets worse. This guy's a real person. I don't think I'm AI.
Rule of thumb for all of his posts, though.
Pretty sure I'm real.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I'm sorry. I hear it's so sensitive. I can hear myself type. My phone's going off like a couple feet away from my mic, and I can hear that. And so I'm trying to figure out Video Ninja here. But yeah. Can y'all hear me typing, or is it just on video? Look at the NASDAQ.
Yeah, NASDAQ's dumping.
I can't hear you through the Discord, but I can hear you through the stream.
Okay. Gotcha.
I was considering a short up there at
I don't
like
know what to do about
140s.
Over like this double.
And
audio,
then all of a
it's
sudden
making
we
it
had
impossible
a
to
massive
interact with
headline.
Joey.
And that kind of took that out of the equation.
Yeah. That tweet, man. One tweet. This current market, one tweet can influence everything. It's just so influential over price action, especially in the NASDAQ and everything else. Can you hear your hair growing? I kind of can right now, dude. I can hear myself typing. I can hear my mouse click right now on my headphones.
I'm bald, so my hair doesn't grow.
It happens. It happens.
My hair decided to stop growing at like 25. So there's that.
Yeah, they say it comes from your mother's father, but he was bald at 20 something for me. Somehow I still have hair, but I was stressing for a little while about it.
My whole family is just, I never had a shot, dude. If you saw me in high school, like I had thick, I mean, a lot of hair, and it was real thick. You would have never thought I went bald. But if you look at my family, like my entire family's bald. My mom doesn't even have good hair. So I never had a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Pawn's there with you.
I'm gonna go out to Turkey, get a hair transplant.
I know. Honestly, I signed up for one of those things like 10 years ago. Or no, actually, my wife signed me up because I had a period where I was like prescribed Propecia and stressing about it, watching my hair too closely. And so my wife signed me up for Bosley or whatever it is. They still send me emails. They still send me mail in the mail. They harass me. Never do it, guys. Never do it, guys. Yeah.
I have considered it. I've signed up for quite a few things.
Sure. It's hit or miss there, I think, too. All right, Joey, hold the stream down. I'm sorry, bro. I got to figure this out.
No, you're good. Next time will be easier.
Yeah. This is my first time. This is the guinea pig stream.
Hair is overrated. Maybe if you have hair, I don't know. I would prefer to have it. You like the bald look? My wife says I look all right. I don't have a weird shaped head. You know what I mean? My head, I have a good shaped head to rock the bald look. What's my typical setup or strategy for me? Oh, yeah, I like that question. I am a big initial balance trader. I live, breathe, eat IB. That's my main concept. That's what I normally trade. If you don't know what that is, it's the first hour of the New York session, or Globex, Asia, London, whatever session you trade. It's the first hour, and you have a high and a low on the initial balance. And so I like to trade what's called failed auctions. It's part of market profile, and so basically I look for failed breakouts of the IB high and low, and I take those reversals back into the IB range. Kind of a watered down explanation of that, but I've traded IB for about 3 years. Do I wear a suit at home? No.
Okay. Nope, still didn't work.
What stocks are on my radar? I would say I'm more of a futures trader, but I do trade stocks long term. I'm a big holder in tech. So anything like I look for good buying opportunities in like things like Tesla, Nvidia. Anything in tech. I'm a big tech guy. Hey, what's up, my dear? Yeah.
Can you hear my typing, or is that just me?
I heard it briefly there for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, sorry to just leave you running on the stream. I just got to get this echo thing figured out.
No, you're fine. Oh, Pawn. Okay, I see. You were talking earlier about streamers that be streaming from home but wearing a suit. I mean, listen, whatever helps them feel good, you know. If it makes them feel good, walking 15 feet from the bedroom to the office in a suit, I mean, sure. I know there's a lot of traffic on the way, but hey. I'm more of a t-shirt and a hat guy myself. Oil's still catching a bid here, chat. We are trying to pump up to 101 on oil. NASDAQ hanging out at the 24,060s. I'm watching to see if NASDAQ gets down into the 20s or even 24 evens. I'd like to see how we like to get there. Do I like to fish? Oh gosh, yeah, yes. There's a running joke with me online about fishing. All right, so I don't know if you're part of that. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but yes, I do fish quite a bit. I was gonna go out yesterday, but we had like wind gusts of like 20 miles an hour, and I would have gotten completely bullied out there on the water. So just asking. Okay, I didn't know if you knew about the running joke. So, but yes, I do go fishing all the time. I actually bought a boat not that long ago, and I go out quite a bit.
All right.
We actually just had a big tournament here where I live.
Hold on, wait.
We had a big tournament where I live locally.
Just now. I cannot hear myself, which is good. Joey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Joey?
Hello?
I don't think he can hear me. Oh, no.
I don't know. Chat, can you also hear me?
I can't hear him now.
Tech issues, bro. Yeah, you can hear me? Okay.
All right, guys. Sorry. I know y'all could hear me. Joey, I muted you for a second. Whatever I just did screwed it up. Hold on. Let me test. Yeah, I know. There's an echo. I'm in space. Ugh, dude. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. All right, so yeah, it's weird. Should be able to hear Joey now. I just don't think I can hear him if he's speaking. No. Test. Ugh. All right, guys. Turn it to reverb. Yep. All right, I'm gonna figure it out. All right, guys. Listen, we're gonna test this. Can you hear an echo now? Is there still an echo?
Check.
Yes. All right, guys. Yeah, my bad, guys. Listen, I'm trying to figure this out. It's something with video, and now there's an echo. All right, so yeah, oil up to 100s. We're gonna get Joey's audio back running here. I'm gonna have to uncheck whatever I did here to influence it. I think I know what I did. Okay. That should fix it. Let me know if that fixes it.
Check. Can you hear me?
That better?
Hello?
Yeah. Now it's worse. All right. We're going to figure this out.
Check. No echo now. Wait, chat, y'all can hear me? Okay, so I guess chat can hear me. Cool. Okay, so there's no echo here, right? Okay. Let's run it. Listen, I'm down. I am down. I saw somebody earlier ask, let's see, what my favorite car is. I don't really have a favorite car. The echo seems like when we're both on and unmuted. I don't know. Get on the silver miner train? Love to. NASDAQ still hanging out down in the 60s. We're not really going anywhere. Market opens in 20 minutes. See what happens out the open. Hang on, chat. It feels like Jonathan timeout. Get some headphones and link. I can try the headphones. Hold on. Let's see, how would I do this? I would have to. I don't have like headphones to hook up to my Mac Studio though, is a thing. No, no, Tony, I will not give any financial advice in any capacity whatsoever. Hashtag entertainment purposes only. All right, chat. Let me go grab. I'm gonna grab these headphones and see if I can make this work. Be right back.
Okay, I'm out of timeout, I think. So, guys, you hear an echo now? Let me know. I muted desktop audio, so you should be okay. But no financial advice here. I'm out of timeout. We have 15 minutes until the opening bell. 15 minutes. No echo? Okay, good. Yeah. All right. See. Yeah, this is my fault completely. I should have worked with this a little bit more. So yeah, we'll see if it works. Yeah, Britt's gone. Britt's been messaging me and calling me, trying to figure it out. But we do have ISM manufacturing data going live at 10 o'clock today that might move things. So we'll see. It's possible it moves things. It is for March data, and PMI data has been stronger than expected the last few readings. So market's bouncing right around $100 for oil. NASDAQ still net down from this Trump quote earlier today. Yeah, I'm seeing that news regarding the attack. Trump says, "Will express my disgust with NATO." In his speech, says he is absolutely considering withdrawing the U.S. from NATO. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says they attacked an oil tanker, Aqua One, in the Gulf. The tanker leased to Qatar Energy was hit in Qatari waters. He also said, "We have some more targets left. If we have to, we'll come back to do spot hits," quote unquote. All right, guys. So NASDAQ's starting to climb back higher here. It's at 24,083 right now. 24,083. All right, so we're going to do another echo test. Guys, I'm sorry ahead of time. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit before we do this to make sure there's no echo. Yeah, I can see it. It's slightly delayed here where I think it's coming from. Right? Echo now still?
Is there an echo?
There might be a slight one. So
I'm not hearing it on well, I guess I can't hear your stream, but is there still an echo?
Yes, there is. Sorry, I had to mute the desktop audio. Weird, man. Yeah, It seems like, so they can't hear you right now. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Okay, yeah, so you can hear me. It has to do with, like, I can see the desktop audio getting shared. But they can't hear you now, I think. Right? Yeah, sorry, brother. Something weird about it. I'll have to learn more about VDO. Next time we'll just do StreamYard. A lot easier. Yeah, it's when I talk. Yeah, I turned the music off. But
audio levels on my end. You're not coming through on my mic.
yeah, sorry. I have to mute you every time you talk. And we can still go back and forth like this. But yeah, it's something with VDO. I'm not super familiar with VDO. 11 minutes into the opening bell, though, guys. I forgot how to use a computer. It's April Fool's Day. Hey, listen. We're having problems on April Fool's Day. I'm going to let Joey, since he's the guest, I'm going to let him hold down the audio and we'll try to fix it. But I'll mute myself and let him talk right now since we're getting close to the opening bell.
Sorry, chat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the echo is, but I can hang out for a little while.
Okay. Yeah, brother, up to you. Completely up to you. It's up to you. If you want to trade live at the open, you can. If you want to try to come back another day, completely up to you. Well, no, I think that's only because I'm muting you. They can't hear you right now. So if I mute you when I'm speaking and then mute myself when you're speaking, it works. I think. Right? Y'all can't hear him right now, correct? The echo is due to the Strait of Hormuz being closed. That's right. I believe that. Okay.
Muting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works great.
It'd be easier. So how about this? I'll come back tomorrow morning and then we'll do this again in StreamYard.
Okay, that sounds great.
Cool.
See you guys. Oh, wait. Can y'all hear both of us now? Is there still an echo?
Check. Leave it like this. Wait.
I think I fixed it just now.
Did you fix it?
Yeah. All right, I got it, guys. Listen,
oh, sweet. Let's go.
I'm not an idiot. The chat is waking up. Hey, listen. We got it. All right.
I love that.
I don't know how I'm going to get back to these settings tomorrow, but we figured it out. We're here. All right. It's time. All right. Let's get ready to day trade.
Golly.
Dude, I was talking to AI yesterday, and AI was like, "Video's so simple. I'll walk you through all the steps." And so I'm like, "Okay, great. We got this. We got this. It'll be easy." Not true at all.
Well, if you still want to use StreamYard tomorrow, just to make it easy, we can.
Okay. Yeah, and they're saying my audio is a little low, but that's all right. We'll have to deal with it like that. Yeah, AI set me up for sure.
All right. Does audio getting fixed pump the market, chat?
I think it's a bull argument for sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at 24,000 right here on the NASDAQ. Big hold dollar number. We're close enough to it after the president's quotes this morning, and I think I'm looking at it. Do you like orbs at all? I like opening range breakouts. I heard you talking about your strategy earlier, Joey.
Yeah. I don't really trade orb. I used to trade orb, but my main strategy is the initial balance, the first hour.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with the initial balance strategy. I like volume profile a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, IB. So there's 3 different entry models that I use on the IB. There's so like IB is the first hour of the New York session, right? And in that first hour, you have a high and a low within that IB range. And so once IB is set, which I'm Central Time, so that's 9:30 for me. Once IB is set, I look for what's called failed auctions. It's basically when price tries to break out of either the IB high or IB low, but then we find strength to get us back within the IB range. So if we break out an IB low, buyers come back in, get us back within the IB range, and I'll look to take longs based on us unable to break out further from the IB range, and I'll take longs back up to the middle of the range there if I can. Vice versa on the upside, if we see a breakout above IB high, sellers come back in and bring us back within the range. I'll then take shorts to look for a move back within the range. That's my main entry model. That's, I would call it my bread and butter strategy on the IB. The other strategy, the other entry models that I have is like trading off the IB mid. So if I have a directional move off the open, say we just have a lot of sellers coming through off the open, I'll look for some sort of retracement back to the IB mid. Then I'll look for a reaction there and take, if we see sellers come back through on the IB mid, I'll take shorts to catch the directional move that we already had. So
okay.
Those are my two main ones. And then of course you have the breakouts and continuation plays where we do break out above IB high or IB low and then continue that trend. That's not really I wouldn't say my bread and butter. I will take trades off that if I feel good about the trend and the move. But the other two are definitely my strengths.
Okay, that makes sense. And I think I've seen some strategies like that before. So just to draw it on screen, let me see if I can. So you're waiting for the initial balance to form. You said for the first hour in the New York Open?
Yeah, and sometimes I don't always wait for it to form. There are times where I will take trades before it's fully set. So that could be 30 minutes on the open or whatever. But yeah, so the IB my time is 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time, so it's that first hour of New York Open.
Sure. So if this is the initial balance right here, you wait to get like a cheap entry, essentially like breaking underneath it and then moving back up, and you're looking for a move back up like this. Can you see that?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I can't see in video, but I'm watching your stream. So
Okay,
to see.
We'll figure that out another day.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of delay of when you ask, but so yeah, essentially like once we have IB set, we have like say a low set, we break out and then come back above the low. That's when I would say, okay, I'm good for longs here, and I want to see us move back up more into the IB range.
Okay, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. So essentially, I see it now. What you just drew there, that on that second leg up, where you have like a kind of a retest of the IB low there, seeing us move higher from there, I'll be taking longs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. God, dude.
It's very similar to, I would say it is very similar to how a lot of traders trade the orb, right? Some people, there's a lot of different time frames I've seen traders trade orb. There's the 15-minute. If you look on CME's site, they describe it as a 30-second opening range.
Sure.
There's some people that trade 5 minutes, but it's very similar to how traders do trade the orb. There's the concepts are similar.
Yeah, I'm pulling up TradingView now. I'm gonna pull up an initial balance. Let's see. I know they probably have one.
I don't know. Is there a way to share my screen or no?
There is. Let me see if I can.
I don't want to break it. I don't want to break anything.
As long as no more audio comes through, whatever you do, I can try to set it up, but just don't make sure share audio from your screen is not clicked.
Yeah.
Let me see. I should be able to do it. Hold on, let me see.
See, I would have to share my screen through video.
Yeah, that's what it would take.
Let's see. Let me see.
And I think I'd have to create another browser source, but that should be fine. I could just mute the browser source if you want to share yours. Oh wait, yeah, there you go. You're up here. It replaced your Okay, your box. Yeah, so Joey's here. Oh, now you're at the bottom. Okay. Look, that should work. Yeah, I got it. Look, here it is right here. All right, guys, a minute and a half left. A minute and a half.
Let's see. Did the screen share work?
Yeah, you're up.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got. Sorry, I couldn't tell. I was waiting on the stream to see.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Reasonable.
Yeah. So, this is yesterday's IB, and we do have 1 minute till they open, so I'll kind of breeze through this. This is yesterday's IB, and so you see the IB high and IB low down here, those green lines, and then you have the IB mid, the dotted blue lines, and above and below are the extension levels. So essentially, what you're seeing here on this move up, this wick here at IB high, that us wicking back down into the range was a textbook short for me, because we were unable to see buyers continue us higher. On the IB low, we barely wicked through. I mean, it was just a slight wick through IB low there, and we saw strength to come back up and take the longs off that. And then I look for anything on the IB mid here. So that's essentially what my IB looks like, and how I take the trade. So I look for those failed breakouts and which are called technical failed auctions on the IB.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Opening just happened. The NASDAQ is starting to dip underneath the volume weighted average price. Let's see. I can leave your screen up too, Joe, if you want to trade some. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, if we can go back and forth if you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. NASDAQ is down, but it's starting to retrace between 24,100s and 24,53s or so. Again, chat, we do have data going live at 9:45 today. We have manufacturing PMI for March. And then at 10 a.m., we have the larger one, which is the Institute of Supply Management ISM PMI in 30 minutes. So we'll see what that looks like. But so far, since the opening bell, slightly red, although a small range in the first minute.
Yeah. I almost wonder if, since we had such a big move up yesterday, if maybe we see a little bit of consolidation today, unless some headline brings us back down.
Right. Yeah, we could fill some of the gaps to the downside. We pushed up so much yesterday on that news. And so, yeah.
We do have a little bit of sellers coming to the market here. I am watching those 24Ks. Just see 24K evens.
Yeah, 24,000 seems like a big level. We held some support there on the NASDAQ at like 4 a.m. So I think a lot of traders are watching that specific level right at 24.
Yeah. I mean, with headlines having already come out today about Iran, it's something that I would be paying attention to closely. Just because they can happen at any time, right? If we already have headlines come out of Iran, they could happen at any point in the morning.
Right. No, it makes perfect sense. Now we're starting to rip up a little bit. Not rip, but hitting that 200 exponential on the NASDAQ is at 110 on a 1 minute chart. Let's see if we hold oil. If we take a look at it. Oracle filled the entire gap. Google's heading up. Oil is exactly at $100 a barrel right now if you look at oil. So
oil, let's see, oil, pull up CL here. Oh yeah, we're right at 100.
Right. Yeah, we're exactly there. See if that psychological level holds.
Yeah, watch 100. If oil wants to drop from here, we'll probably expect the NASDAQ to see a pump.
Sure. Yeah. NASDAQ's up though now, over the 200 exponential. I'm gonna watch for that opening range first. I like the 15-minute opening range. I think a lot of traders watch the 15-minute.
Yeah.
And so just confirms it more technically, more influence, I think. Yesterday it worked really well, but part of that was driven by news and sentiment.
Yeah, the 15-minute orb. I've seen a lot of traders using the orb. So do you mix the orb with like volume profile at all, or just are you keep them separate?
Yeah, I use both.
Okay.
I use volume profile to look for the retest entry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if we form a good opening range and then break out over it, I use the volume profile to find where a lot of orders are stacked and cheap entries.
Yeah. When you say find where orders are stacked, are you saying are you referring to like do you use the DOM to find those orders or just volume profile?
Sometimes I use the DOM, I use the 200 exponential, I use the volume weighted average price, and a lot of times those levels will coincide with the volume profile also. So I try to use like a mix of different things. I love the 200 exponential on a 1-minute chart. I think a lot of traders watch it as well. You could just kind of see how much markets react to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, NASDAQ went red to green today. First couple minutes after the open were red, and now we're starting to push back higher here.
Yeah, NASDAQ catching a nice bid. I mean, there's always a chance too that we continue to see the move higher based off yesterday's news from the war. So, I mean, I feel like today is one of those things where it's like, it's very 50-50.
Right.
especially off what Trump already put out today. So I feel like it can be very 50-50.
No, absolutely. We could fill the gap to the downside after pushing up so much yesterday, or we could get a continuation on the upside.
Yeah.
I think both of them you could argue reasonably.
Let's see. Do we have other, what news comes out later? Is it
we have ISM PMI at 10 is the big one.
Yeah.
That's the largest one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of 50-50 on whether it really moves markets. If it's as expected, it might not do too much. But if
I think
way over.
I think my chart's really blurry on screen. If you want to switch back over to yours, that way there's not like a big blur, you can.
Okay, you might have to stop sharing it.
Yeah.
To get it to just be the box back up. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Let me fix this. There we go. All right, let me get you back in here. I'm going to have to make it smaller.
No.
There we go. Yeah, it's good sign, Scotty. One of the things that you've seen historically in conflicts like this is generally the side of the Middle East will deny, trying to influence public perception. And so I think over the last few days, we've seen them at least agree that they have been having direct negotiations. And that is an optimistic sign. And it has been historically in similar conflicts when they're acknowledging direct communications. It can signal optimism, de-escalation, and more. And I think we've continued to see that over the last week, where at first Iran was just straight up denying that we were having any communications. And then slowly over the past 4 or 5 days, we've seen them kind of slowly go back on that a little bit. So I'm not saying this conflict's not going to drag on. Anything could happen, but good signs at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll trade a little bit here, guys.
So you're primarily you're a NASDAQ guy, huh?
Yeah, I like the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Good volatility on it.
Yeah.
Good movement on it. I watch a lot of tech.
I was gonna say, so you're pretty much you watch a lot of the Mag 7 then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mag 7. I'll trade the S&P. I don't trade the Dow much, you know. But my guest is louder in volume. Yeah, we're gonna have to be all right there.
See. NASDAQ still seeing a lot of buyers coming through here. Getting a nice move up. We're in the 180s?
Yep, 185s. What do you generally trade? You trade the S&P or the NASDAQ?
NASDAQ, yeah. I'm the same way. I like the volatility. There are times where I'll take some ES trades or even gold. If I trade during the Asia session, I'll trade gold a lot. It gets a lot of nice movement during that time frame. So, sure. But usually during the New York session, I'm usually on the NAS.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, what's up, Flacco? Good to see you.
Yeah, and Russia just reported that Iran is constructively agreeing to pass some ships through the Strait of Hormuz. So Iran constructively agrees to passage of some ships through the strait. Also, they said that Khamenei is in good health and has delayed public appearances due to wartime circumstances. So maybe signaling more optimism. That could be why markets are pushing up some, but.
Oh, we got market maker Mario here too. Oh, the gang's here.
What's up, Mario?
I convinced him to change his name to Market Maker Mario.
I like it. 3 M's.
Yeah. It was a running joke at first, and then I forced him to change it.
Yeah. It's a good name.
Now, if the guy comes in here, his name's Genuine. If he comes in here, just his nickname's G-Man. Just ban him.
Okay, ban him for life. Never again. You know? Not in this house.
He go come in here just roasting me right off the rip.
Yeah, that's always good though. Yeah, makes it interesting.
Yeah. Little pullback here on the NAS.
I know. Should we buy this pullback? Here's a big. I don't know if this is the point of control or whether this is. We could bounce right here at 150.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little greedy on this pullback. If we see 120s, I'll take some longs.
Yeah, right around the 200 exponential. See if 150 holds it up first. It's not enough meat on this move. I need a larger pullback.
Yeah.
But do you like or hate MicroStrategy or strategy? I guess it's now called
MicroStrategy. I trade micros.
Strategy
is that what we're referring to?
No. So strategy is a crypto-based stock. It's run by Michael Saylor. I don't know if you watch crypto, but they basically accumulate Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
So they've just been buying the dips and buying the dips and buying the dips.
Yeah.
The dips have kept on dipping, you know. But yeah. They also have
I never bought any crypto.
I bought some when it was really early. I'm a big poker player. I love poker.
Oh, now wait a minute. What are we talking about here? Texas Hold'em?
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a big poker player. And so back in the day, you'd have to buy crypto to play poker in the US. And so this was when crypto and Bitcoin were really, really cheap. And so I got really lucky and bought a bunch of Bitcoin and held on to a lot of it. NASDAQ is right at the 200 exponential at 115s. This is big red candle, though. I want to see if this is news related.
Yeah.
EMI is not out yet. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's pretty aggressive selling. I probably won't be taking this at the 120s, just seeing how we're reacting here, because that's
a big drop.
Yeah, this is pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I see news that just came out that said Iran's foreign minister said only Iran and Oman will decide the future of the Strait of Hormuz. And that there's explosions heard in Western Tehran. So this is probably news related.
Yeah.
Because that's some big drops. And I think we got to give it a little time. In 2 minutes, we have the base manufacturing PMI coming out. But the big one's in 17 minutes or so.
Also, there was a headline that came out that says the Strait won't reopen based on Trump's absurd displays from Iran.
Yep. So that's tanking markets. We're gonna get into this high volume area right here, though, between like 80 or between like 90 and really like 50.
Yeah.
So
this is basically what we were talking about. I mean, it's like I feel like today is going to be one of those headline driven days that they're going to come out all day.
Right.
Exactly. We've already kind of seen it, pre-market, Trump coming out. So it's the tone has been set for headlines, and I think that's just something we're gonna have to watch for today.
No, 100% agree. I think you just got to watch, see what happens, because volatility could be here. John, please fix your volume because your friend is much louder than you. That's a risk right there, trying to fix my audio right now.
Yeah.
That's a risk. Oh, wait, I think I could actually turn him down a little bit. Hold on. Okay, say something.
I would say you got me. Still good?
Yeah. Let me know if that works, guys. I can also turn the volume up generally here. So we should be good if I can turn the volume back up. All right. That should be good. Let me know if that's good. Better?
Like some people are saying better. So.
All right.
Cool. Perfect. So wait, I think we just had a PMI come out as well.
Yeah. So PMI did just drop. It showed up at 52.3, weaker than expected at 52.3 versus 52.4. This is not the most influential one. I'm actually going to short right here. I'm going to take my first position of the day. I'm going to start very small in this position and then add to it if we go into the green. So we're going to take 1 micro, add to it if we go into the green. If we don't go into the green deeply, we're just going to get out with a small loss is the plan right now. Let's see if we can push down. Kind of piggyback off of this first move. All right, there we go. We added to it just now. So there we go. We're green.
I like that short. I mean, we are rejecting the IB mid for what we have on the IB right now.
Right. I'm going to take half off, scalp it a little bit, and then probably give the rest a little bit longer. I could, even if I get stopped out here on the top, I'll still be mostly flat. And so I could probably give this last piece a lot more room. Very small. I try to start really small on the day when I day trade. So I build up very small cushion first. And then if we get into that, then we slowly raise size, kind of progress into it. Okay, now it's good. All right, good. Yeah, it's just such a news-based market. And then in 10 minutes, we have ISM PMI data.
Trying to see a little bit of sellers come through here. We're at 90s. If we can push through 78s, I think you're gonna look real good in this short.
Yeah, we took 1 profit immediately. We have some high volume here though.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that doesn't push it back up. Here we go, back to the green. Okay, that's looking better. I'm gonna add 1 more to this now. See if we can push down.
Nice. Nice.
There we go. Cut another half of it. See if we can break down under this. I'm gonna hold the rest mostly break even. I just cut it, so we got out. Very small short-term trade, but we're up really nicely. So
nice, good trade. Yeah,
thank you, sir. We are underneath that volume weighted average price level on the NQ as well. It's at 24.83s. So we'll see what this ISM data does today. It's had a lot more influence than normal recently. The ISM data gives you a little bit of gauge of where everything is. And this is for March as well. The really interesting data today is going to be next week's CPI report for March. It's going to be really important.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. It's going to put a lot of volatility in the market for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what day is that on? Is that on? Let's see.
That is going to be on Friday next week, April 10th.
Friday. Yeah.
Next week's kind of a crazy week. We have CPI inflation Friday. Thursday, we have GDP and PCE inflation and jobless claims. Wednesday, we got the Fed minutes report. Tuesday, we got durable goods and consumer credit. And Monday, we don't have anything. So
I hate that CPI, I hate that that's going to be on Friday.
Yeah. I'd rather it on like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it out the way early in the week. That way the market's just not like
choppy
anticipating it all week.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. But GDP data, the trend we've seen in GDP has been really weak. So we've had some really weak GDP. Last time they expected 1.4%. It showed up at 0.7%. And so Thursday, we get the final revision coming out for GDP. And so markets might be waiting on that too. I think unless we get more craziness over the weekend, which is definitely possible, markets could chop leading into Wednesday and Thursday.
Yep.
All right, guys. But yeah, ISM data, 10 minutes.
We are seeing a little bit of a bid here in these out of these 70s into the 80s. See if it sustains. Again, I think if we hold under 78s, we could see lower. We saw a nice move off the open, setting the tone for us higher. I think the IB range could be extended a little bit lower. So I think there is that possibility that we do go lower and just extend the IB range to the downside a little bit.
Right.
And then 100%. See what happens from there.
Yeah, it looks like I got out of my my short just in time.
Yeah, I mean, we are catching a little bit of a bid right now.
Yeah, 200 exponential is right around 110. We're testing it now.
One to two micros is all you need in this market.
It really is. Honestly, even without this market, I was always really hesitant to trade multiple mini contracts.
Yeah,
it's just too much size.
It is. Yeah, it is. I've always traded micros. My outs when we didn't have this kind of volatility, I was trading anywhere from like maybe 4 to 5 micros. But in this volatility, it's like 2, max 3.
That's right. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. You know, one bad tweet. You know.
Oh, you're cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have the Fed's Musalem speaking right now. I don't think he's really saying anything that's going to influence this market. Maybe a normal market, but yeah. Markets are just waiting. Took the long. Yeah, I'm not even, I see somebody saying the music's out. I'm not even going to try to figure the music today. Let me know if you can hear it, actually. Hold on. Can you hear that?
Nice, Mario. Longs do look good.
Yeah, we've never really wide range is going to be.
We are getting back to the IB mid here, pushing above pretty strongly. I mean, wow, a lot of buyers.
All right, good. Music's there.
What's that?
Oh no, the chat told me no music, and I think I figured it out.
Oh.
It was a risk, but we took it.
It's like one press of a button can break everything.
That's right. Yeah. I'm used to like StreamYard too. StreamYard's super simple.
Yeah.
Video, not so much. But we'll figure it out. All right, 7 minutes, chat. 7 minutes. I am gonna put it in the sub only mode, so subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate it. Also, what's your channel, Joey? Let me plug your channel real quick.
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's Joey Morgan NQ. That's my handle. I mean, probably just search Joey Morgan on YouTube, and I'll probably come up.
Yep. Yeah, I'll post the link right now in chat. Y'all go give this man a subscribe.
Appreciate it. We just broke 10K the other day.
Congrats. That's
Thank
a great
you.
moment.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
We are rejecting the IB mid here pretty heavily. Man, a lot of volatility today.
Sure, yeah, big range. How did you get your volume profile? Indicator on TraderVate? You just go to chart settings. You can see day volume profile right here. Market depth, volume profile. Yeah, here's that high volume area right here. You should double as a DJ and take song requests. Yeah. I have a friend that used to nickname me Jukebox Johnny, is what she used to nickname me, because I would try to control the radio.
That would be a good idea if you had like DJ equipment and you were a trader as well, and you just ran it like a whole DJ thing during your stream.
That's right. Do both.
Yeah,
slow moments.
That would actually
start
be
scratching.
Sick. Yeah.
Yep. I really want a parrot. I thought about getting a parrot, letting it chill on my shoulder,
dude,
and then have it like repeat market related quotes on stream. Still a good idea.
Yeah. Have it tell your chat if you're when you're long or short.
That's right.
That'd be awesome. I'd watch that.
It's a good idea. I haven't done it. I have two German shepherds. I'm pretty sure they would try to eat it as soon as they could. So.
Oh, I know. I have a husky. I know he would.
Yeah. They're not playing with those birds. We had one that ran into the window the other day, and my dog Bruce, he sees the moment, dude. He's kind of a jerk. It's kind of a dick move. But we walked outside. We just saw a wing hanging out of his mouth, unfortunately.
The parrot is your quant.
That's right. That's right.
Dude, those things live forever, though.
Yeah.
Don't they have like a really long lifespan?
A lot of them do, yeah. It's like, if you get with like an African gray, I think they're like 30 plus, 40 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
No, my husky would not tolerate a bird.
Yeah. I think the problem is we have a duck toy that we like throw and play fetch with him, and it looks very similar to the bird he ate. I'm pretty sure we've been training him for that moment. You know. All right, guys. So we have about 2 minutes left until ISM manufacturing PMI data comes out. We'll see what happens, but 2 minutes left.
I don't know if you can hear my kid in the background. He's behind me in the hallway, sprinting up and down, screaming.
How old is he?
2.
Oh, nice. Great age. Fun age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my son's 12 now.
Okay.
So he's full on pre-teenager angst and attitude, right?
Well, buyers are trying to get us above the IB mid. I'm watching it closely. If we can find strength above that mid there, I might look for longs. Otherwise, if we keep rejecting it, there could be a short play. But right now, I'm leaning a little bit more towards that buyers want to continue to buy this thing up.
Yeah, that's right. We also could be slowing down ahead of the report.
Yeah, that is true.
So like
that comes out in 2 minutes.
Yeah, about a minute and 10 seconds right now.
Yeah.
So. This is Tradeabate. I'm trading micros on Tradeabate mostly. This is a Lucid funded account. So if you want to use my code BGT at checkout, you can check out Lucid. Apex as well, 90% off right now, 90%.
A lot of good deals floating around out there.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, the space as a whole has taken off.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button, put it in 2x speed, make sure you're not delayed on the stream. We'll see if this has a big influence. Yeah, 1 minute. It's expected at 52.3. Previously, it showed up at 52.4. So prices are also relevant. Last time they showed up at 74. We'll see if they're elevated for March. And here's the report right here. Okay, so 52.7 for manufacturing PMI, but prices showed up at 78.3, higher than expected. So ISM manufacturing PMI showed up at 52.7, higher than expected. ISM manufacturing PMI showed up noticeably higher than expected at 78.3. And so what we're seeing right now from this report is mostly green action. So you can see the market start to push a little bit. But yeah, it's also kind of what a lot of people are going to consider mixed data, because, you know, the ISM manufacturing price is showing up at 78.3, higher than the 74 expected. Manufacturing PMI showing up stronger than expected. The more over 50 it is, the more expansion in the manufacturing sector. The more below 50 it is, the more contraction in it. So higher pricing, potentially some inflation, but markets kind of flat from this report as well.
Yeah. Just kind of feels like it's just continuing the move from buyers originally buying it up.
That's right. Yeah. And so with this move right here at kind of the bottom, be a similar strategy to what you're trading. Like you look at an opening, or you look at the initial balance.
Yeah.
You wait for a deviation from it, and then once we join back in, you try to ride it back up.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Right now, so we have the IB high at 24,194 and IB low at 24,043. Now the IB is technically not set yet, so we could go push above the high and have a new IB high. So it's not set for another 28 minutes.
Right, it's about halfway through.
Yeah, but I mean, so there are still times where I will take trades before it is set, especially off the IB mid, if I feel like we have a directional move. So, but for like the failed auction entry model that I have, I need IB to be set for that one.
Right, and you look for mostly like candle wicks to indicate pressure on the opposing side, right? And then use that to gauge your entries.
Yeah, so it could be wicks, or it could be that price does move above the, say, IB high, and we stay above IB high for a little bit, maybe consolidate above it or see a little bit of an extension to the upside. But the moment we see weakness bringing us back within the range is when I would take those shorts and ride it back down. Sure.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if you on a failed auction, like the true technical definition of a failed auction on initial balance is when you have a 30-minute candle closure back within the range. The problem with waiting for a 30-minute candle closure is knowing the NASDAQ and all this volatility, a lot can happen in 30 minutes. I mean, we can retrace an entire range in 30 minutes.
Right.
So I generally look at the 5-minute time frame to get a gauge on how strong buyers or sellers are at a specific level. So IB high as an example. If on the 5-minute time frame we're seeing a lot of weakness, we get a 5-minute closure under the IB high, then I would be looking for those shorts to take us back more to the middle of the IB range.
Sure. Kind of back to mean.
Yep.
That makes sense. Do you target this strategy more on days like ahead of CPI or ahead of like some big data release that markets might be a little more apprehensive of, indicating more probability of like a range trade?
Yeah, 100%. So the failed auction entry model thrives in ranging markets because we don't really have a trend in either direction. We'll try to move in a particular direction, but then fail it and just kind of ping pong back and forth between a range. So that's where that entry model thrives.
Gotcha.
On days where we do say have maybe a trending day, the breakout and continuation would thrive on the IB.
Sure.
You have a trend on those days. So there's different entry models for different day types, right? Whether we have a trending day or a ranging day, there will be an entry model for those days.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Just have a good structure with it. And yeah, range trades make sense on ahead of CPI, and we cover a lot of economic data. So market just chops leading into that, gives you better, higher probability.
I will say the IB lately for failed auctions has been money lately. I mean, there's been a lot of opportunity on failed auctions, especially over the past couple of weeks.
I'll check it out. I usually look for like a range-based trade.
Yeah,
but it does make sense. Yeah, we have the payrolls report coming out on Friday. I'm gonna stream, but it's gonna be like 30-40 minute stream. We're just gonna cover the payroll release, probably watch like Bitcoin or something like that, since everything else is closed. Markets will react to it Easter evening if you're in the US.
It'd be good to see a live example. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if we get a good trade on the IB high, which we are navigating towards the IB high, so if we get a good trade up there after the IB is set, and we get a failed auction opportunity, I'll definitely show it as a live example. Hey, Chair 007, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm looking if we might have some room down to the... Hold on, that's a big candle too. Hold on. Let's see if news came out. Or if we're just riding the lower volume area down. Let me see. I don't see anything. I see 4 minutes ago, Iran would welcome Russia as a mediator, according to TASS citing sources. But I think we're just hitting this... lower volume area on the chart, less buyers and sellers to prop it up or down.
I don't trade volume profile like a whole lot. I understand its concept. So as a volume profile trader, do you normally see price jet through those lower volume areas to a higher profile node?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like generally, when you get in this area here, it means there's less buyers and sellers to stop the move, essentially, right? To prop it up or down. And so you'll see big movements through these areas because there's less interest in those areas.
Got it.
With that said, though, look at us bounce right there.
That's a heavy bounce here.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes I feel like I'll have a deep voice. Now that I hear an echo, I sound like Pee Wee Herman out here. You know? You sound different in your head. I do. Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, you really do. You think you sound a lot better than what you do. You know, you hear your voice recording and it's like, oh, I really sound like that.
Yeah, for sure. When I first started streaming, I just did audio. And I was nervous to put my face out there because it's kind of an intimidating thing. And I would listen back on it and be like, oh man, dude, I thought I sounded like Batman. Instead, you know.
It's kind of like it's like one of those things where like in the car and you're playing a song and you're singing to the song and you know you feel like you sound really good singing with it, but then when the song cuts off and you actually hear your voice, it's horrible.
That's right, 100%. Yep. I've had that happen. I'm like, dude, I can sing, man. Look at me. You know, turn the music off. I gotta stop singing. I can't sing. Nobody can hear me. But yeah. So we're getting kind of towards the top of this initial balance so far. I do like about your strategy is it uses a little bit more long-term data for day trading.
Yeah.
And I think the more long-term you go, the more accuracy you'll generally have. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, you have a whole, if you trade the IB after the IB is set, you have a whole hour of data from the market open that's telling you, like, it gives you a lot of context, right? You can get it kind of a gauge on how the market's feeling, the sentiment behind the market, without like kind of any real, it takes out I would say the guessing, so to speak, on what the market is feeling and how it's feeling. You can get good context with it.
Sure, so, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so when like I said, once we have the IB high and IB low set, like I mean, it's game on from there for me. Like I want to see those levels come into play. I want to see reactions out of those levels, and catch some trades from it. So,
right.
We did get G. We got G-Man in the chat. What's up, G? Late start. I was wondering what happened, bro. Because usually you're in the streams pretty quick. G-Man's he actually watches you too.
Oh, do you really? Hey, what's up, G-Man?
Yeah.
Hey, we're looking for more guests. I forgot to say this earlier. Pawn reminded me, but I forgot anyway because issues. You want to be on the stream, guys? Message me on Discord. Join our Discord. Here's our Discord right here. Anybody that wants to come hop on the stream. We're looking for guests, so join it up. Here is the link right here.
Plays and trades. Sounds good. You too. Have a great day. RC, it's not IV, it's it's IB. IB, initial balance. It's part of market profile.
Yeah, it's essentially just the kind of the opening range, so to speak. Similar, at least.
Similar, yeah, similar.
The president is set to speak at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So,
I don't know if any guys are readers, like to read, but if you've seen a book called Mind Over Markets, it breaks down initial balance pretty heavily, goes through it in detail. It's definitely a book that you don't necessarily read, you kind of study. It's
sure.
Just, yeah, you work through it and just review it, but it goes through initial balance pretty heavy.
Gotcha. Yeah, everybody always says my background looks like a kitchen. It's actually a library here, but I guess you
got like a home library.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I don't know, the office is good. All these cabinets kind of hurt my streaming ability, though. If I could rip them out, I probably would. Wife would freak out, though. Yeah, we're sideways.
So on volume profile, do you ever look at like value areas or like point of controls?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
I like using it. I look at value area high, value area low, point of control. But I also like using it in a more simple way in terms of just where's the high volume areas here.
Yeah.
And then where's the lower volume areas. And use that to kind of trade with off of, I like big whole dollar numbers, and I like $25 increments a lot.
Okay.
So I'll look at like 75 or 50 or 25 or 100 and plot those levels. Generally look for confirmation in the volume profile in both the area that I'm trading on, as well as like point of control, value area high, value area low, and then kind of trade all of it together, so to speak. Try to find a good bias in terms of direction and use all those different things.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, you might look into the IB. You might be a great IB trader because, I mean, trading volume profile, that's all part of market profile, right? I mean, you have volume, the volume profile, you have TPOs, initial balance, that all makes up.
Sure.
That all makes up that market profile.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Always looking for more stuff to add to the charts. Most of the time, more data is good. Most of the time, you know. But I think the initial balance will probably be useful.
You ever use TPOs?
No, not really.
Yeah.
When I first got started, I was on VWAP a lot. Like, I was a VWAP trader. I kind of transitioned to VWAP and 200 exponential, and then that kind of led me into volume profile.
Yeah.
Game has changed a lot in the last 3 years with stuff like that. Just more data becoming available.
How long you been trading?
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going on 7.
Nice. Here's a break towards the top.
Oh yeah, here we go. We are pushing up higher. Probably gonna go make a new. Looking like we want to make a new high a day.
Yeah, we're getting close. Oh wait, the high of the day is 245s right now. I forgot about the news that dropped earlier.
High in high in New York session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got really close to it.
Mario, you use VP a lot now. Yeah. It's a good tool to implement, especially with IB too, because it can give you a little bit more confluence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. So we got close to this high, but
yeah, it's
so
taking its time getting up there, seeing a little bit of a pullback, but I am leaning a little bit more towards the fact that we do go bust that New York high.
Right. It's getting close. The closer we get, the higher chance.
Yeah.
Isn't data actually bad? Good for dollar, bad for rate cuts? Yes. I'm assuming you're talking about the ISM PMI data. It coming in stronger than expected, and especially the higher prices is going to create less of a green light to cut interest rates because of higher potential inflation that comes from it. So both of the readings for ISM data were worse for rate cuts. Specifically, if you look at yields, I'm sure they are going to be up a little bit from that report. Yeah, data dropped to 10. Here are 2-year yields. You can see the data dropped right here, and they are a little up from it. They've come back down though.
I think G-Man and Mario are plotting, dude, sending each other DMs on Discord.
Yeah.
What are you plotting, G? I got the feeling.
Why do you use the 200-day moving average? I'm curious. Because technicals are self-fulfilling. And so you want to figure out what everybody else is watching. And you got all these different moving averages. You have the 9, the 12, the 20, the 25. And that can kind of spread them out a little bit too much in terms of interest. And so I try to look at the longer term ones, because that means you have more consolidation of interest, if that makes sense. You have more people essentially just watching them, basing their trades around them. And so, and I'm pretty sure on a 1 minute chart, algorithms use the 200 exponential a lot as well. And so nothing's perfect, but you can use it as a pivot point in regards to like where we come back to, retest, so forth and so on. VWAP might be a little better because it's stationary regardless of which time frame you're using it on. It's going to be the same price regardless of whether you're on a 1 minute or 5 minute or 15 minute. And so
You know what I hope today is not? It is the day that it's kind of like a day what we had. I think it was last week we had a day like this, or maybe it was the week before last, but where we just have headlines coming out and then the market just consolidates and just waits for the next headline.
That's right.
Dude.
I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah,
right now too.
I really hope that's not the day that we have today.
Yeah.
I think it was the week before last on Tuesday. It was just like we consolidated the IB mid and just waited for the next headline. Then the headline would come out, we'd have a reaction, then price came back down, the IB mid consolidated until the next one.
That's right. Yeah.
Man, it's mad annoying.
Headline driven market. Hard to take a lot of safe trades if you don't know when the next headline is going to be. And so I think just overall, you see after we get a certain amount of headlines, like you said, we just start to kind of chop.
Yeah.
Markets are waiting.
Mara, you're planting some fish on the boat. Listen, bro. I could use it. Please. Please. Help me.
Yeah, I bass fished a lot. I haven't been in last year or two, but when I was younger, I did.
Right now it's like it's crappie season. Like they're in like a bedding and spawning time period right now. And I just see all these people limiting out and I can't catch anything. And the most frustrating, there's a running joke about me online right now. It's that I'm like the worst possible fisherman on the internet. And I took my dad out. I went and picked up my dad and I took him out fishing and he caught one literally on his first cast and I didn't catch a single thing.
The rumors are true, they say, huh?
The rumors are, the rumors are true. Yeah.
Yeah. I love fishing.
I will prove you guys wrong. Listen, I will prove you guys wrong. Believe that. It's like trading, or no, fishing is like trading. When you first start, you don't have a strategy, you don't know what to look for, and you don't know what to use, right? And then eventually the more time you spend on the water, you end up developing a strategy, you end up knowing what's going on, where the fish are, what to take, what bait to take. And it's all the same as trading, right? In trading, when you first start, you don't know what you're looking for, you don't have a strategy, you don't know what's happening. It's all the same. So the more time I spend on the water, believe me, I'm gonna get better.
That's right. That's right away. It's a good analogy.
Yeah,
it really is. You got to get your reps in, learn how to do it.
It's all about reps.
That's right. I close my charts out. Something's about to happen. We might break highs right here. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Just got over 200. So at least we're doing something.
Yeah, setting a new IB high there. IB will be set in actually 6.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I gambled my kids' Easter on Nike calls. It's always a bad move, especially with Nike. I heard it was dropping. It's down, what, like 13% on the day?
Dang.
I almost want to buy more of it, though. I think Nike props up the entire shoe market. You got a lot of commerce based around Nike specifically. And so, although you do see a lot of like slip-on brands and like other kind of smaller brands taking off right now, but I still think Nike's going to be fine long term. Short term, who knows? Mm-hmm.
There was a headline that came out a couple minutes ago that said that Trump statements about Iran requesting a ceasefire are false and baseless.
Right.
Didn't really see much of a reaction off of it, but
yeah, I think markets are kind of being conditioned to react less to headlines like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got over that high at 24,200s. You said it yourself. The data is bad. How are we pumping then? Well, I mean, look, I cover all the data, but some of the data is just not going to move markets in any big way. Yeah. PMI data generally doesn't. Even like ADP data and retail sales data, not going to move the market super heavily. And so the big data is going to be like payrolls Friday, CPI inflation, PC inflation, GDP data. Jerome Powell, obviously, he moves markets sometimes. So, but the big story is Iran.
I remember when Michigan sentiment used to move the market quite a bit. It used to spark a lot of volatility. Now it doesn't seem like it does as much anymore.
Yeah, I think I think people realize that the Michigan data can be wildly inaccurate. Yeah. It used to move markets a lot, but lately it's been the variance is high on that stuff.
Yeah.
We also have the Fed's Muslim speaking right now. He said Fed needs to stay diligent on supply shocks and inflation, noting this is the fourth supply shock in 5 years. Lower labor force and population growth could limit U.S. economic growth, according to him. So, chat, are you guys red or green today? Red or green? Let me know.
We did pop those New York highs and saw some selling come out of it. Interested to see if we want to continue this higher or if we are going to reject up here.
Yeah, we're close. Dark green. Green.
I'm going to grab a short off just 2 micros here.
Okay.
Short 175s.
Gotcha.
See if we can get some sellers to come down through here. I like to sweep in the New York high and the sellers coming in after. If I can get 150s, I'll take it out at 150s.
Gotcha. And you said your risk is like up here over this high?
I have my stop at 209.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
So like this is an example of like a trade I would take before the IB is actually set. It's like when we have like a sweep of say a New York high and then sellers coming in and weakness coming in after it, that would be a trade that I would take before like IB is actually set. But then anything after IB is set is usually all around IB high and IB low or IB mid.
No, that makes sense. Just kind of continuing in the range back down, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Buyers are trying to hold this. Need to see us come down, get below those 70s.
Yeah. But if they fail, you might get a nice like sweep down.
Yeah.
The president speaks at 9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. Oh, we do have oil data, Jeremy. That's right. What is it? Yeah, crude oil inventories expected at 2 million. I don't know if it's going to move things, but maybe in the current context of markets, it might. What's up, MK?
Buyers still trying to hold this thing. Get below 170s. I could probably see a move to the 150s pretty quick.
Right, for sure.
Right now, these
Nice.
180s, we're holding these 180s pretty nicely, which I don't love.
See what crude oil inventories show up at. They drop in about 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see what they show up. Yeah, they showed up much higher than expected at 5.45 million. I don't know if it's going to influence markets, but higher than expected crude oil inventories. It measures the change in the number of barrels of commercial crude held by U.S. firms. So weaker demand, the higher it is. So this could be good data for markets, but it's not really moving too much.
Yeah, we're just being propped up in these 180s, 190s, getting into 200s now. So I might get tapped here on this.
Yeah, because like the logic in the crude oil inventories report is that if we have higher inventories, it means less demand, lower potential oil prices. And so it could be a reason why we're seeing the run up, but
Oh, about to get tapped here. Okay, there we are. Tapped out there at 209 for a stop. So small risk. Yeah, small risk.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm sure these type of trades are ones where you have pretty good ratios in terms of risk to reward,
Yeah.
like much bigger reward targets, tighter risk, gives you a lot of room.
Okay, so now we did pop. So the IB is set. Now we did pop the IB. So now a technical failed auction could come into play at this point if we do see some sellers come through after popping IB. Right now, buyers are trying to prop us up and seeming fairly strong. So I would want to see a nice, strong break of IB, and then sellers really trying to bring this thing back down.
Right. So you're looking for kind of like a liquidity grab up,
Yeah,
and then or back down. I mean,
yeah,
and then continuing in the range.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with how strong buyers are currently, I don't want like a weak pop of IB. Like I really want to see a move through, and then sellers back within the range.
Sure. We're starting to retest 200 level. It's the IB as in bear, Sklee.
Initial balance. Yep.
So where do you look to enter once we break back down under the IB?
Yeah, so we are back under the IB high. I am watching to get a gauge on sellers here. If we get a retest at IB high, I'd like a retest. If we can go up and retest IB high and then continue to fail it, I'll look to take a short again, maybe in like the 190s, 180s. But I want to see us really show that we want to fail this, which we are actually showing now.
Yeah.
There are some nice sellers coming through on IB high or off the IB high.
I might take a small trade with you if we get back up to like, I would say like 175, maybe.
This was the move I wanted, just was early.
All right, I'm going to short right around 175 here. We have a cushion on the day. We've traded pretty light, so we're just going to see if we get a continuation in this.
Initial balance, Sklee, is the first hour of the New York session. So you have a high and a low of the New York session in the first hour. And so I look for failures out of those highs and lows. It's like right now where we broke above the IB high, the high of the first hour, and then sellers came through and brought us back down. So I would be looking to catch a failure from breaking out and then price moving back down closer to the mid.
Now we're going to take some profit here in this one. See if we get down to 150. You said that level earlier, and I actually like big whole dollar number. That's close enough. All right. Little scalp.
Yep, we did get to those 150s. Was just a tad early.
Yeah. The idea was good.
Yeah.
I kind of piggyback off of your idea with that last trade. So yeah, on this funded account, we've been doing pretty good. You guys can see my graph here. We've been trying to build up, a little bit of profit first so we can take larger swings. But here's my graph. So far, we have had, see, look, here's the 200 exponential right here. It's probably right around one of the low areas here. But yeah, here's my trading graph on Lucid. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trading days. We have had 3 losing days and
Nice.
9 winning days. So
There you go.
yeah, we're doing a little better.
I'm on my Tradeify accounts right now. We're
Nice.
about halfway to payout.
Hey, good luck. Yeah, I've already gotten my winning days here that I needed, but I'm not going to take a payout on it yet. I'm going to wait, see if I can build up some more. The green line is the 200 exponential, Daniel. That's the 200 exponential moving average. You can see how much algorithms watch it. They really do. So if you look at it on a 1 minute chart specifically, you can see that's exactly where we bounced right here. A lot of the time it might go up and then continue back down. But if you use it to kind of enter here, you have a little bit of room. So even if it turns, you can hold it break even, get out flat, or if it continues back higher through this high volume area, you'll have a little bit better of a trade, if that makes sense.
Which session do I like more, Asia, New York? New York. I like Asia more for gold if I'm going to trade gold, but NASDAQ definitely New York.
Right. New York, just all the volume.
Yeah.
Also follow me on X, guys, at Beginner Trades. I'll put the link up if you want to help support the channel, give me a follow.
Oh yeah, I need to go follow you on X here. I'll go do that
Yeah.
right now.
I don't post a ton. A lot of the time I'll post on like economic data and stuff like that, but you can post your X handle too if you want.
Okay. Let me go find you. Mine's just, it's Joey Morgan NQ. Same across all socials.
Okay. There you go. Look at that bounce.
Yeah, a lot of buys there.
That's right. One tweet can collapse. Yeah, for sure. Trump declared the draft tonight.
Did you see they raised the age limit for the army?
Look at this move.
Yeah, wow, we just pumped hard.
I want to say it's news related, right? It could be.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Something good. Let's see oil. Yeah, oil's coming down. It's got to be some catalyst.
Yep, definitely a headline day.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really see anything though.
I don't either. I was looking. I don't see anything on Truth Social or Financial Juice.
Yeah, I'm seeing that crude prices are influenced. The Iranian foreign ministry spokesperson's comments did the rounds, but there were also reports and kind of recirculation of some previous foreign minister Arachi's quotes. So some of this move might get pushed back down. Let's do another poll here. Are you red or green on the day? It's going to be on the poll. Okay, so we got news that just dropped right now that U.S. Vice President Vance has reportedly been speaking with intermediaries about the Iran conflict as recently as Tuesday, according to reports. I look at a bunch of different feeds. Somebody saying what news feed you look at. I look at a lot of different ones.
Mm-hmm. I mainly look at True Social and Financial Juice.
Right. I use Financial Juice. I use First Squawk. I use Toss as a pretty good breaking news thing. So. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to shut it down here, guys. I think that's probably it for me on the day. There's not a lot going on anymore. A lot of sideways chop with news. And we're pretty green on the day. So
it's definitely a headline market today.
That's right. So y'all be careful in this market. Again, if you want to help support the channel, check out Apex. Great way to help support us. They have a 90% off sale going on right now. 90%. I'll post the link here. They are a sponsor of mine, or not a sponsor, but an affiliate of mine. So of course I'm biased in their favor. I get paid by them, but genuinely useful. Here's the link right there. Check them out. 90% off on all of their stuff right now. And they got rid of they now have end of day drawdown options, no payout denials, no MAE rule, 5-1 risk reward rule, built-in scaling, 50% consistency. Can't talk today. But if you look at this, you can get their cheapest accounts for $19.90 if you use my coupon code BGT. Check it out. Great way to help support the channel. You can also check out Lucid right now. Same max discount using coupon code BGT as well. You can check out Take Profit. which take profit's probably the best for beginners. Coupon code BGT will get you 40% off. If you use BGT for Lucid, it'll get you 50% off for new users. And then Tradeify has Tradeify 3.0, direct to funded, and more. So you can find all of that stuff in the description. Go ahead and follow Joey on socials. I'll put his link up here one more time.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, we'll see what we get for markets today. I was looking for Joey's page. Hold on, let me see. There you are. Yeah, it's at Joey Morgan NQ. Here's the link right here.
Yep.
Check it out. And yeah, you guys be safe. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you guys
Appreciate
tomorrow.
it, chat.